Street Outlet, Harris Farm and Home, Smith Taxidermy, Charles Landers Auto and Trailer Sales, Cave City Nursing Home, Drifters Coffee, Pizza Pro, Down Home Motors, North Arkansas Industrial Services and Solutions, First Community Bank, Doyle Family Dental, Stanley Electric, and Oathbound Airsoft. Also, stick around for the end of the game for the Busy Bee Designs Busy Bee MVP, the 2025 season, exclusively on Caveman Radio 89.9 Caves. It's time for the Cave City Pharmacy Cave City High School Football Coach Brewstrom pregame show on Caveman Radio 89.9.
Cave City Pharmacy, your local good neighbor pharmacy, 301 South Main. Cave City Pharmacy now carries Melissa and Doug toys, case knives, and Christian gift items in store. Jenny Davis and her staff can be reached at 283-5589 for all of your prescription needs. Cave City Pharmacy, open 8:30 to 5:30 weekdays. Most insurance providers are accepted. Proud supporters of Cave City Athletics, Cave City Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, 301 South Main in Cave City.
Cave City Pharmacy pregame show on another Friday night here in Caveman football land. Justin, along with Coach Tommy Cody. And Coach, thank you for being here once again.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, getting a chance to continue to play football, and that's a good thing. Kids are having a good time. I thought we had a good time at practice. I thought they really played hard last week, and I think we're having fun, and I think you can kind of see by our effort, and we're going in the right direction.
At Marshall last week, 38-36 was the final. We come up just a hair short, but Coach, my goodness, just like you talked about in the pregame last week.
Yeah, absolutely, and we battled back. Had those nerves at the beginning of the game, had a few jitters, but we overcame that. And going into your first game and in a new situation, that 8-man stuff, we had never seen it before, and all of a sudden we're playing it. Yeah, kids bounced back really well. We handled the adversity that we knew we were going to have, and I'm very proud of them. Give credit to Marshall. They bowed up. They made a good play on defense. We had a lot of success all night long running the quarterback, and it was quarterback power left. We just scored on quarterback power right. So, give Marshall credit. They did a good job. I thought our kids competed well. Hindsight, I wish I'd have called a different play. I wish I'd have found one that worked. But I am proud of our kids. They had a chance at the end, and that's all you can really ask for. And that Marshall team is good. They had a lot of really good athletes. They're well coached. That's a good football team that we saw, and we competed with them. And, maybe we get to see them down the line in the playoffs.
One good thing I saw, junior high played tough. They had a good game, too. 7th grade also started out that night. You saw a lot of positives in those two games, too.
We did. And young kids got to play more. Our junior high guys came out there that first quarter, and you could see that we were playing some guys that had not really been in action before. We made some mistakes early, just basically out of nerves, just going the wrong direction and not doing our assignment. But as we settled down, you saw after about a quarter and a half, we settled in, and we started playing better, and we started tackling better, and that's what we got to get to. We got to start the game off a little quicker than we did last week.
That's right. Our Busy Bee MVPs for last week, we had Ed Thompson on the junior high, and then senior high we get Dawson Johnson. Who were your MVP standouts last week?
Well, I tell you what, I thought our offensive line did a fantastic job. Dawson did do a good job running it. Nick Lopez did a great job running it. Tristan did a great job running it. But you're not going to have success running the ball without those guys up front. I thought that Dakota, and I thought Max, and I thought Torlino and Carter, those guys really owned the line of scrimmage. And when you own the line of scrimmage, you can have success running the football. And I thought we did that last Friday night.
Coach, tonight we're on the road once again. We're in Jacksonville, Arkansas, play Abundant Life, and I don't know a whole lot about them. What do you know about them?
We know that we've seen 2 films on them. I mean, I can tell you this. They've got some kids that can really run. They're pretty fast. Got a quarterback that's really a great athlete. He throws it well. He runs it well. Just very similar to what we saw last week. The kid from Marshall, the quarterback, was a really good athlete. We got to do a better job tackling. They got a running back, number 5, who's fast. I mean, they are faster than we are. We are bigger and stronger than they are. So it's going to be that deal can we keep them contained? And we've got to do a better job tackling. I think last week we had 37 missed tackles. thing we talk to the kids all week. If we make 5 or 6 more tackles, we win the game. So we got to do a better job tackling and containing because they do have the speed advantage. But what I do like is, again, our guys up front, when we're on offense, I believe that we can move them. So it should be an interesting game. It's kind of speed against power. Junior is back. We'll see. We've got him penciled in on some special teams. We'll see how the other deal works out. It's going to take him a little bit to get back. He's been out for several weeks or months. But yeah, he is back. I'm glad you said that.
Junior took a lot of snaps in junior high over the last couple of years, and I know there in last week's game, Dawson had to come out for a minute.
Yes.
Of course, took a pretty good tackle, helmet come off, whatever, had to come off the field for a minute, and Christian West took a few snaps there too at quarterback. But it's having a little depth there. I know y'all not got a lot of depth yet, but working Junior back in maybe.
Right, it'll certainly help. We have confidence in Christian. Christian's a great athlete, and he's not a polished quarterback yet, but he's going to be fine. And then Junior, as we get more time, he's going to be able to help in that spot also because, obviously Dawson's a big weapon for us. I mean, that was a fantastic game. Fatigue and every once in a while you need a break. And so we got to have another guy that we can put out there and feel comfortable with.
This is the Cave City Pharmacy Caveman Football pregame show. We will return with Coach Cody and Justin right after this word from Cave City Pharmacy.
At Cave City Pharmacy, your health is their priority. Cave City Pharmacy takes their role in your health very seriously. The professionals at Cave City Pharmacy believe in the value of providing personalized service that focuses on you and what you need. Cave City Pharmacy can be found at 301 South Main Street. Their number is 870-283-5589. Their hours are 8:30 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. every weekday, and they are closed on weekends.
Tristan Wiles ran the ball well last week, too. You talk about Nick Lopez. Nick did a fantastic job receiving and running the ball. Would we expect more of the same tonight from those two guys?
If we're going to win, we got to have it. Those two guys are very important. Going to see Caleb Johns also a little bit back here in the backfield. Okay. Big, strong, young kid, but boy, he's big and strong, hard to tackle. I tell you, Nick Lopez, he made some runs that were just powerful. He just refused to go down. And one of the Marshall kids, it was a little funny. Nick made a great run, and Marshall kid looked at us, Coach, that guy is good. Yeah, he's a pretty good player. So that doesn't happen much in ball games, but Nick gained much respect the other night. He sure did.
Max Lee, status on him? I know you come out with a leg injury, something around that area.
Yeah, it's a lower body injury. Don't know yet. He's supposed to gone to the orthopedic Thursday. I haven't heard back from him yet. So, we're hoping. Boy, for a guy that just came in, was here a week, he played fantastic. I mean, he played hard. He's a tough kid. He's hard-nosed. He tackled. So we're hoping that he's okay. Don't know. We should get some results. Maybe I'll know something next week.
Special teams last week. Did pretty good returning. Alex Mosier runs in there somewhere. He just gets up with it, don't he?
Yeah, Alex is fast. Alex is speedy. We need him to field the ball cleaner. That's one of the things, he's got to get a little more confidence in fielding the ball. But we know if he ever does field one cleanly, he's got a chance. He's our fastest guy. Yep. And so he's got a chance to take it to the house. Abundant Life's kicker, he's going to kick it down to about the 10. So we're going to have to field the ball. But by kicking it that deep in this 8-man stuff, it gives you an opportunity. So we're going to have Christian West and Alex back there deep, and both those guys can run. And so if we can field the ball cleanly, I think we've got an opportunity to get some big returns tonight.
That's going to change your special teams look completely, though, from squibbers, onside, real short kicks, line kicks a lot from Marshall last week.
Yes.
To somebody actually kicking deep, which we would normally see in 11-man.
Right. Yeah, you see a lot more of that kind of stuff in the 8-man game, is for what I'm figuring out from the films that we've seen. You see a lot of onside kicks because just there's so few people to cover such a large area. It's just, your chances of having a big return are not as good. And in 8-man, it's so difficult on defense. You're trying to steal a possession. So you're onside kicking it, hoping that you can just steal a possession, that maybe you can recover one and get one more possession than the other team. What you see is some unconventional things, in 11-man, you're kind of going to see, because you can kind of balance up. In 8-man, it's a little more difficult. You know, the edge is so much shorter. You got pressure off the edge. The way we call plays and all that, if you block them, play calling is easy. You know, if you can block them, and I thought we did a pretty decent job of throwing it and catching it. You know, if we get just a little bit better at that, that's going to open up our entire offense.
Well, it looked good. Stands were full. That was encouraging to see. I mean, I think we had more there at one point than Marshall actually did at home.
Yeah.
But it was good to see the stands full, good to see everybody cheering our Cavemen on, and hopefully there's a lot of people here tonight.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, I do appreciate the crowd. It was fun. We need to make some noise. You know, we need to make some noise and support our kids. And in certain situations, you know, it's okay to stand up and yell. I'm proud of our people, proud of our kids, and, you know, I'm just tickled to death that we're playing Caveman football.
That's right. One last thing, Trenton Brown, he's been the manager of this Caveman football team for years, since he's been in high school, so ninth all the way now to senior. That guy works his tail off every week.
Absolutely. We've promoted Trent up to, he's the timekeeper at practice.
Oh.
And he's got him a whistle and a clipboard, and he keeps us on schedule, which is very important. T. Brown, he is our man. And the guy that was hurt most after that game was T. Brown after the coaches. You know, it means a lot to him, and we sure do appreciate that young man. And just an awesome kid that we love having him around.
Tuesday morning, he already asked me if I was ready for the game Friday. I said, Trenton, I think you know the answer, buddy. Yes, we're ready. So, Coach, it's good to see you again. I know we'll do good tonight, but I hope for a W tonight. Get out there on that field, do your thing, and we'll see you after the game.
Absolutely. Go Cavemen.
Thanks, Coach. It's Coach Tommy Cody, the Cave City Pharmacy pregame show. We're to the field right after this.
Cave City Pharmacy, your local good neighbor pharmacy, 301 South Main, now carries gift items. Cave City Pharmacy now carries Melissa and Doug toys, case knives, and Christian gift items in store. Jenny Davis and her staff can be reached at 283-5589 for all of your prescription needs. Cave City Pharmacy is open 8:30 to 5:30 weekdays. Most insurance providers are accepted. Proud supporters of Cave City Athletics, Cave City Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, 301 South Main in Cave City.
When the skies turned dark over Cave City, the storm didn't just test our town, it revealed its strength. In the wake of the EF3 tornado, the Bank of Cave City didn't hesitate. Their team showed up, checking on and feeding neighbors, lending hands, and helping clear the path forward. It wasn't just about buildings and storm damage, it was about people. And when the town needed them most, the Bank of Cave City team was there, steady, responsive, and ready. Whether it's cheering for Caveman at activities or supporting local businesses through every season, the Bank of Cave City is proud to be a steady presence, rain or shine. Bank of Cave City, empowering hometowns no matter the weather.
As a leading provider of industrial services in our area, North Arkansas Industrial Services and Solutions is dedicated to delivering tailored solutions that meet the unique needs of their clients. With a strong commitment to their clients and a team of experienced professionals, North Arkansas Industrial Services and Solutions strive to exceed expectations. 450 Allen Chapel Road in Batesville. The number for Austin Williams is 870-262-9902.
Cave City Junior High Football.
And we welcome you live from the campus of Jacksonville High School in Jacksonville, Arkansas, where Abundant Life plays their home games here in the central part of the state, our state capital just a few miles to our south. Justin Wilson live tonight with my friend and longtime radio cohort, Philip Landers. And, Philip, it's good to be back playing senior high football on the road again this week.
Well, it sure is, and especially for me because I had McDonald's before the game, and we talked about it during the junior game, that Jacksonville High School letting us play here, and, man, everybody here is so nice and happy to have us. But the fantastic complex here for our boys to play football, pristine, perfect turf field, and the weather's good outside, a little bit of a breeze, just enough to keep the boys from getting too hot, because they're going to work up a good sweat, a little humid tonight.
Indeed, inside our Cave City Pharmacy pregame show tonight, football Friday night on the road again, as I said, in Jacksonville, Arkansas. Decent crowd across the way for our Cave City faithful and more traveling. I see a bunch more walking in right now, actually. So that's good to see for this team. And looks like the coin toss on the field right now, the Cavemen have won the toss, and we have elected to receive the football first, so that's good. We'll get right out of the gate. Our junior high defeated the junior Owls just a few moments ago, 28, actually almost an hour ago now, but 28-8. And, Philip, that was their first one of the year, and they're 1-1 on the season. Saw a lot of good things, and our BZB MVP was our quarterback, Riverhill. Yeah, 4 touchdowns for him, and Ed Thompson had a couple of good runs and then went down with injury. And the good news is that we got him out of the game early, I suppose, and hopefully he's going to be just fine. And we saw a lot of good plays from a lot of young men and a lot of experience adapting not just to junior high for your 8th graders, but the narrow football field that they use with 8-man, using orange cones on the turf here in Jacksonville. They're between the big white numbers and the sidelines. And I don't know how you react to those when you're playing football. That big white stripe that's the sidelines, easy to see in your peripheral vision, Justin. And I don't know if the cones, I guess they are. I think you just hope you run out of the right spot. I think it's what it is. Just run until you go down in the whistle, and I guess you just do it. And they're kids, and they can do it. And just happy they're playing football, and that they have a good experience and make some good life memories down there. Indeed, we're ready for kickoff. You're right, Philip. We're going to start 4 minutes early. You actually, I should have doubled or nothing on that one. Yeah, you should have. I said we'd start early, but don't they always, right? It seems like they always do. You're right. So, Abundant Life, the Owls, they've started the clock already, and I don't know about now. They've stopped it, so they've got it right there. But anyway, we're going to try this out and see what happens here for the first kick of the night. It's a long one, as Coach Cody said, fielded almost cleanly by the Cavemen, received way back. I think Christian West is who it was, and it is. And he's going to be taken down to the 23-yard line. And, Philip, that's not a bad spot to start an 8-man. Where was he? Near the 10 when that kick came in hot and high, and he bounced it off the turf, picked it up, and made some yardage before going down. And you would hate to start inside your own 20, so we're not. We're at the 23, and I'm going to go right to left in the road white unis with the red helmets and numbers and those black jerseys with those white straight line block-looking numbers. Man, pretty slick for Abundant Life, and their white helmets. That's true. Abundant Life Christian Academy is who we're playing, and good snap there for our quarterback, and it's Dawson Johnson. He's gone to the house from the 22-yard line. Nobody's going to catch him, I don't think, and let me tell you, I might get that on camera, and I do. Touchdown, Caveman. I don't see any flags. That is Dawson Johnson all the way. Man, what you can talk. Run. It's okay. I'm actually writing. I'm writing down. Thank you. I got you. Dawson Johnson, 77-yard touchdown on the first play of the game. Wow, that was a long way, and he just booked it all the way down. A lot of time went off that clock. 26 seconds for a kick and one run. I don't know. 6-0 Cavemen after 26 ticks in this first quarter. Here we go. 2-point conversion try. Johnson hands it off to Nick Lopez, and he's going to get close, but it's going to be incomplete, or no good, I should say. So 6-0 the Cavemen here early in the first. And, Philip, that was a great thing to see from Dawson Johnson. Boy, breakaway speed for Dawson. And, again, as in the junior game, just good blocking by the guys on the line to give him that hole. And I don't think anybody touched him, not even at the line of scrimmage, and he got outside and just took off. That's right. Coach Cody actually alluded to those guys last week, crediting all our front offensive line for getting the space they did. That's Moses Big, Max Trago, Max Lee, Carter Sutterfield, Carlina Baena, Cole Wilson, and Jack Smith in there as well. But those guys, and Dakota Barnett, forgot about Dakota because he changed numbers this year from 60 to 0 because in 8-man the numbers don't matter to position. Okay, and I know he was out there for the coin toss, and that may be why we won the coin toss. We'll just give him credit for that too. I'm fine with that. Yeah, but Dakota's a good kid. Does a good job out there. He's been our center for 4 years in senior high, and he was our center in junior high as well. So we'll see where this kick's going to go here as I'm looking. Is that a 2? That is a 2. That's Gavin Sams. Okay. I thought it said 7. I was like, we don't have a 7. But Junior Crockett's on the field somewhere on special teams, and I don't know what number he is because he just got added this week again. He's back from a break there in the summer. It's going to be a low kick on the ground, and it's going to be fielded at the 39-yard line, and the Abundant Life Owls will take it from there.
Yeah, just a ground ball. Never got off the ground, did it?
Worm burner.
And that player for Abundant Life there just wisely just fell on the football. And so they've got really great field position, does Abundant Life out there at their own 39-yard line.
Here we go. Quarterback for Abundant Life. Where's the number 3, I believe, or is it 5? It's 5, Brandon Walker, which is also that famous YouTube guy who analyzes college sports. We'll talk more about that later.
Okay.
As Walker gets around the outside, lowers the shoulder, but a good tackle by the Caveman. That's going to be number 1. Don't have number 1, but that might be Junior.
I think you're right. Just looking at him, and that was Gavin Sullivan running the football, and he's just a freshman for Abundant Life. Number 3, wasn't it?
Well,
that's my story. Number 3 ran that ball.
Number 3 is a defensive back and a
I know,
tight end.
But
so
I thought that was he carrying the ball. I could be. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't see a 3. But we are a mile away right now. We're way high up in this press box. Good snap, and it's going to be a complete pass there at the 48, and the Caveman stumble all over him. Tackle, but first down, I believe he's going to be close.
He got out to the midfield stripe. That's a first down by a yard. Brandon Walker made the catch there. Did I get that number right?
That one's right, but I'm trying to figure out who the quarterback is because it's supposed to be Brandon Walker.
Yeah, so they may rotate some positions here. They've got more than one quarterback listed.
Do some direct snapping, I guess, here.
They may have moved some guys over to try to fool us.
6-0 the score.
Yeah, Jacob Townsend's their quarterback.
Okay, let's make a mark there if you don't care. I can reference
sir.
that quick. Appreciate you, Philip. Thanks for being here tonight, by the way.
You bet. Happy to do it.
Quarterback, it's going to be a pitch out to Brandon Jackson. And spin move, he's going to be tripped up, but still on his feet at the 30, 20, 10, 5 touchdown Abundant Life. And that's going to make it 6-6 all here.
That's going to be one of those games.
Well, hey, 8-man football is notorious for score.
Well, and again, even though the field is narrow, you still just have 8 instead of 11, and there's just a lot more real estate to cover. And it's kind of like playing 4-on-4 on a basketball floor. All of a sudden, that floor gets really big. The spacing is just different, and you've just got to adapt to that. And by the way, that young man that ran that football is fast.
Very fast, and that's what Coach Cody said, that we're bigger, stronger than Abundant Life, but they're quicker. And he said that's the thing. We got to contain and push them to the inside. So we'll see what we can do here. 2-point conversion try. It's a good snap. It's going to be a pitch out back to Brandon. He's not going to get in. He's about 1.5 yards short. Great job by our Cavemen, and that first tackle there made by 71. That's Carlino Baena, and that's a great job there by Carlino to stop the 2-point conversion. Had a little bit of help too, but he was the man that made first contact.
Yeah, you want to nix those 2-point conversion plays, especially in an up and down game, because 2 or 3 of those, 3 of them equals a touchdown.
Yep.
And you just don't. If you can't get them, then you don't want to give them up. And we're even right now, 6-all.
10:09 on the first quarter clock. We were going to take a break there, but everybody's on the field, so we're just going to keep it right here. Yeah. As 8-man moves a little faster, they say. We didn't see that at Marshall last week because we spent an hour and 15 minutes in a junior high game and then played about a 3-hour senior high game is what it felt like.
Yeah.
Now, I could be exaggerating that just a hair, but I do know the first half of the junior high game was an hour long. So I'm actually underselling it a little bit.
And, these sports, they have a rhythm, and as you adapt and get used to it, the game probably does naturally speed up in that way.
All right, here we go. Kickoff coming again. This time, Abundant Life going to kick it deep the whole time. That's what Coach Cody said. Of course, you never know. You might end up getting a short kick every once in a while. But he said mostly they kick it long. So we'll see what happens here.
Could be a busy night for Christian West.
Very true.
Kicking it his way again.
That is the quarterback and kicking it. And
it's
going to go right through the Cavemen. We got to pick it up at the 5. That is Alex Mosier. Gets around one man, shakes another at the 10, now at the 12. We'll be pinned back deep, but Dawson Johnson may have a chance to unhitch the horse and ride on out of here.
I'll tell you what, you can see it even on that kick return. There just is more room to run down there with 8-man. You just got room. And so even though he got tackled at the 12, he was about to get farther than that. He had plenty of room if he got past that first hit. And you just adapt to that. And defensively, I would think it's harder than offensively because offense, you just run to the gap, to the space.
Right.
And defense, you've got to be positioned relative to your teammates and watching your guy and just more room to get open. And
Dawson Johnson on the quarterback keeper and gets a good hit ahead. He's going to fall near the first down marker to the 22-yard line, and we'll see, Phillip, where they spot it, but I think he's there.
He is a first down.
He is there.
Automatic, and he just lowered his shoulder. We saw Rich Hill do that in the junior high game right at the goal line and actually knocked the wind out of the defender, and he initiated the contact, finished off the run, and we moved the chains.
And he was there for a while, that defender was, but he is okay now. But it took a little bit for him to get back up. Let me promise you that. So 1st and 10 now for the Cavemen on the 22. That's going to be another Dawson Johnson keeper. I may just have to call him Jawson all night. I mean, that may work.
Let's just go with DJ, and a high snap for DJ, and he caught it and then just went right upfield. And that high snap may have caused him to just bail on a play and run, or it was a design run, I'm not sure, but good yardage. But we've got to get those snaps under control.
2nd and about 3. We're sitting near the 30-yard line. It's actually the 29.5 of Cave City. And here we go. Dakota Barnett, the center. Lots of experience of sending snaps back there for 5 years. Johnson, quarterback power to the left. Gets a good block in front of him by Lopez. Lopez got him in front, and Johnson's going to come down to the 43-yard line. And Phillip, that was a great move and a great block by Lopez.
Yeah, it's a team sport, and you get that block on the outside. And with 8 man, you've just got that one guy out there instead of the 2. And Johnson, until they stop him, I think he's going to get a lot of carries.
Got a flag on the field at the 33.
Us.
So that'll take the 1st and 10 away and give us a...
Yeah, it must be a hold, and they're going 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which was the 32 maybe. Referee pointing with the ball every yard as he marks off 10.
Hey.
Back to, I think, the 23. So
may keep him honest on that, for himself.
Yeah,
so
you're not going to step it off.
At least count it.
Still first down, though.
Is that, so 1st and 9, 8. Well, it should be second down.
It's not something's not.
Second, because it was 2nd and 3, so it should be 2nd and 9, 8.
Yeah, he reset the down marker over there because we got beyond the 33, but
Johnson going to pass, screen pass out, incomplete to Lopez, and needed that one for sure.
Well, and that was dangerous because it was just too high, and if that defender had been 2 steps to his left, he's going to catch it and go score because you're so close to the end zone already. And it may be some adrenaline for these guys. I mean, this is a neat place to play football, and they sat through the junior game, so you've had that building. You're ready to get out there and play. And he just was pumped up there, Johnson, when he threw that ball too high, too hot.
So 3rd and long here for the Caveman. Good snap, handoff Nick Lopez. Got a good block in front. Oh, no, shakes a man in the backfield. Now he's free. Gets around and tripped up, at the 30-yard line. Phillip, he hadn't been tripped at the shoestrings. He was gone.
He was about to score, and all the credit in the world goes to Lopez for not quitting when he got hit in the backfield. And, again, 8 man, and we'll maybe not talk about it every play, but there's just lots of room to run.
Yeah.
And you get away from a couple of guys, and you've got room. And Johnson was downfield blocking for him too, man. These guys are playing team ball.
1st and 10 now, Cavemen at the 35-yard line. Cave City still on our side of the ball, or the field, but getting a lot of clock eat up here, chewing it real nice, so that's good.
Yeah.
Johnson in formation. Here we go. Fake the handoff, runs right up the middle. Going to lower the shoulder, and he's going to get 8 or 9 yards out of that, Phillip, and that's what you want to see on the 1st down carry.
Move the ball forward, positive yards. Make the defense. We're in the 2nd and short. We love those. If you're a coach, if you want to chunk one deep, this is the time to do it. I mean, you're outside your own 40, 2nd down and 2. You're confident you could run for 3 yards on 3rd down if you had to.
Definitely. 7:27 to play here in the first quarter. 6-6 your score. 2 touchdowns, 2 no good 2-point conversions on the field tonight so far for both, 1 for each. Barnett. He's set. Here we go. Snap count good. It's a bobble, but it's going to be a handed off regardless. Number 13, that's Caleb Johns. And Coach Cody said we'd see more of him tonight. And he got well past the 1st down marker across the 50 inside to Al territory.
If he's going to run like that, we need to see more of him. And how about Carlino Baena downfield blocking there? He was still out in front of the runner after the play, he was that far ahead of him.
I noticed a lot of mismatch on that last week at Marshall with Carlino. He would be halfway down the field, and the play was 20 yards behind him, but he was still pushing and blocking.
He's going to go to the whistle, and he did his job on his man.
And that's what we want to see.
That's right.
That's what we love seeing that. Here we go. Cavemen have it 1st and 10 again on the Owl side. That's a handoff this side. Nick Lopez, he's going to get to the corner. Spin move at the 35. They're going to throw him down hard at the 32, but he gained some yards out of that.
Yeah, Brandon Walker wrapped him up and spun him down. And pretty good open field tackle by Walker there, but he gave as much as he got there. Lopez, that was a 50-50 play.
We'll take the extra yards out of it. So
inside the 40.
Here we go. Caveman looking good so far on the second drive. First drive was a one and done. But we can't have those every time. You expect to have to play a little bit of offense every once in a while. So we're getting the call from the sideline. Good stuff over there. Only got 3 coaches on the sideline tonight. That's Tommy Cody, Jacob Four, and Slayton Wheeler, because Alan Wright and Matt Barnes are in the box up here next door. Good handoff goes to Caleb Johns again. He's going to get probably 5 or 6, 7 yards there.
Just power running, and until they stop it, we'll just keep doing it. And why not?
That's very true, and I was looking to see, I heard a name, but I don't see it on here, on the tackle. I was trying to hear that. That's hard to hear that, the PA from inside the box here. It's a good box, though. Very nice facility, as we've talked about in the junior game.
It's college level in quality, and we're up high, and the slanted window with a little bit of tint. And
reminds me of Pocahontas a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Without the side windows.
Yeah. This is better.
This is a great press box.
This is great. Right through the interstate and the big flag over the car lot. And
the AC is on. Johnson, quarterback power right, going to get hit by Walker, but he's going to get close to the first down. I think he's going to be just right at it. They are going to move the sticks here.
Well,
first down.
I'm looking. Okay. The down marker crew member over there put his stick down in a bad spot to reset it, and I thought, they're going to stop it there. So just keep running, keep it on the ground. Good snaps, good handoffs. Be patient. We'll get 6 more points here in a minute.
4:50 here in the first quarter. It's moving. 6-6 all right now. Tying Caveman looking to break that tie, get ahead here. We'd like to join you. You are joined here on Caveman Radio 89.9 and also Cave City School Athletics YouTube. Thank you for watching and listening tonight.
Let's throw it.
Dawson, he's going to run it again. He's going to get plenty of yards, 5 or 6 on that one. Good wrap-up in the middle by Abundant Life. Got to give him credit for that, Phillip, and that was a good job by Dawson.
Yeah, Sutterfield made a pretty good hole on that right side, and he just went right through there and kept his feet moving until he went down, and second down and short now.
It's good to see Carter back. He had that injury over the summer, and they were worried about it, but he worked out good. Timeout, Abundant Life. We're going to take it with him, Phillip. We're back in 1 minute. It's 6 all here in Jacksonville. We're back in 1 minute on Caveman Radio and Cave City Athletics.
Sonic of Cave City, 404 South Main is open from 6 a.m. until 11 p.m., 7 days a week. Sonic's menu features everything from burgers and chicken sandwiches to burritos, a variety of snacks, ice cream desserts, and Sonic serves breakfast all day. Not to mention their world-famous drinks. Sonic's app is found at www.sonicdrivein.com. 404 South Main in Cave City, Sonic Drive-In.
Lehman Equipment Sales and Rentals, 819 North Main in Cave City, specializes in sales and rentals of used heavy equipment and trucks. They carry a wide selection of heavy equipment and trucks. Lehman Equipment also assists in repair needs. They even deliver worldwide. LehmanEquipmentCompany.com. Chris and OJ Lehman answer calls at 870-283-6488. Lehman Equipment Sales and Rentals.
Caveman Football.
Back here in Jacksonville, where Abundant Life will play their home games, and Phillip, it's been quite a good first part of this first quarter anyway.
Well, we had a big long run for score, and so did they, and then we've responded with a clock-eating drive that started on our own 12-yard line.
6-6 your score right now. Cavemen, there's a flag coming out early, and that's a handoff went to – oh, that was a keeper by Dawson, actually.
Yeah, he's in the shotgun every play, but we've ran the ball. He's not gone under center once, but we're a running ball club this year.
And I don't think he will.
Yeah.
Go under center. That's
a face mask?
No, it was this motion.
Oh.
I don't know what that is.
He's having a heart attack.
Somebody run on the field? Oh, it had an extra man on the field.
12 men on the field?
Well, 9 here.
Or 9, I'm sorry. Wow, what 12 would be? That's
12's
pushing
a lot,
it.
yeah.
That's pushing it, yeah. Let's just send 3 more out there. They're used to it.
I know we've got 18 years experience on this 11-man, but let's try the one. Yeah, it's 9 now.
Rusty on my penalties.
That's okay.
Clock in motion now, under 4 minutes already. Fast-moving quarter with the back-to-back scores, and let's see if we can cash in possession number 2.
Cavemen move the ball up to the 11 after the penalties, 1st and 10 from the 11. Snap, Johnson, handoff, Lopez, left side, gets through everything, and he's in. Touchdown, Cavemen. Nick Lopez runs it in from the 11, and a great handoff and great block there by our lineman.
That's what you take right there. Just keep moving. And Lopez showed that on his earlier run, too. One hit doesn't stop him from running. He's going to keep going and cash that in just like we wanted, and we're back in front.
Cavemen lead it right now 12-6, and 2-point conversion try on the way. We'll see what we can do here. Coach Tommy Cody giving instructions, and, really just a guy that he talks. And, and he enjoys talking about these cavemen, and I love that about it. You know what I mean? It's just it's fun to sit down and talk with him, too. Johnson go left side, and he's going to be hit at the goal line, but he should be in, and he is. It's 14-6, Phillip, and we saw a lot of good things right there.
How about the read by Johnson to see there was no lane inside, and he cuts it out to the outside and didn't let the one guy keep him from the goal line and got in for 2 points.
Good stuff. 3:39 now on the first quarter clock. We're going to take a 30-second timeout and back in 30 seconds on KVMN and Athletics YouTube.
Cave City Pharmacy, your local good neighbor pharmacy, 301 South Main. Cave City Pharmacy now carries Melissa and Doug toys, case knives, and Christian gift items in store. Jenny Davis and her staff can be reached at 283-5589 for all of your prescription needs. Cave City Pharmacy, open 8:30 to 5:30 weekdays. Most insurance providers are accepted. Proud supporters of Cave City Athletics, Cave City Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, 301 South Main in Cave City.
Cave City High School football.
Back here in Jacksonville, Phillip Landers, Justin Wilson here with you tonight. It's year 19 of sports broadcasting for me. Phillip, how many you got?
I'm trying to think when I first did those Mount View games, and I want to say it was, I think it's 2002.
Good night, that's been a while.
It was around 2000, 2001, 2002.
Do you want to know what that makes you?
I already know what it makes me.
Kickoff goes to Abundant Life, and they run out of bounds at the 37-yard line. And what I meant, Phillip, was it means that you're good at it. That's what I was getting at.
You're too kind, and so are you. And it's fun to come get back on here every once in a while and
you were
wear my voice out.
You're the football voice of the Cavemen for almost 17 years.
Probably
it was 17 seasons.
It was a long time, wasn't it?
And that's a lot, man.
Yeah. One of my favorite memories was up at Marshall. You were a high school student.
And I
went.
You
spotted with the ruler, stood behind me all night, and then we drove home in that little bitty Chevrolet car. Remember that little car?
That little Impala?
That little Aveo.
Aveo. That's right. It was.
Yeah.
And it was so tight in there. Flags coming from the backside on the quarterback keeper, and he's going to be tackled at 47, but it's coming back. That was a hold.
Yeah, but how about our guys? We wrapped him up and just wouldn't stop. Even the whistle blew, and our guys kept on until he was down.
That is,
and there were 6 guys on the ball carrier right there. They're flocking to the ball defensively.
Right, and we actually, Coach Cody and I, we talked about that last week. He said, "Here's the thing about these kids." He said, "What I'm looking forward to is when we get down, if we get down," he said, "is how we respond." And you know how we responded last week? We didn't give up. We didn't stop. We actually played till the last. Lost by 2 on a 2-point conversion that just didn't work that time. So,
right.
Things like that, it's good to see that these boys excited out here to be playing football and also to be seeing they're just doing things right.
Yeah, and just execute, just play the game, man, and just love every minute of it. And now the lights are taking over here, and it's getting dark, and that's what football is, Friday night football. You want that sun down to really feel it.
Interstate 57.
Got the good sweat now. Yeah.
It's lit up over there as well. And you could get lost watching traffic over here. But don't do that. All right, 1st and 10, Abundant Life. They're going to be on their own 31-yard line, and here we go after the penalty. Quarterback going to keep it with him, and it's going to be hit. There's another flag. He's get down to the 41, but we'll see what that flag comes from the side.
They threw it in the middle of the field, and it was out in the open, and there was really nobody close to where the flag went. So I'm not sure.
It's a hold.
Who they're calling it on, I guess what I'm trying to say. They must have been back upfield a little bit. And
well, I say it's a hold, but I may be wrong. Hold on.
Nobody's moving.
Get it? Hold on. Get it? Yeah.
I thought he pointed against us there.
The other hold, that's on the defense.
Yeah, so there was more defenders around, so I'm not sure
You
how you hold defensively when there was nobody even blocking around the ball carrier. I didn't see who they called it on and why.
That's interesting. I've not seen that.
Gives them a first down.
Well, Caveman have the lead 14-6 here right now, and that's the important thing at the moment. And we're down under 3 minutes now in the first quarter. So that's interesting call. Like I said, you don't see a defensive hold very often at all.
Did they run the play clock last week in Marshall?
Yes, they did.
Because they're not here.
They ain't
Again,
here.
different. There's different categories of 8-man, right? And maybe that's why it's different.
Could be. Long pass coming there for Abundant Life, and it's going to be incomplete. There's the pass interference flag.
Yeah, but Gavin Sams
great coverage.
Didn't turn and look for the ball is probably why they called it, because he really just put his hand straight up in the air and just kind of kept running, but he made a lot of contact with the receiver before the ball got there. Just barely, though.
I mean, I thought he
if they had not called it, I wouldn't have sat there and thought they should have called it. It was not that kind of – and if you watched any college football last weekend, they weren't calling pass interference when they could have, I thought, a lot. And I watched a lot.
They're going to put it on the 35-yard line of Cave City, and that's going to be where Marshall – I was there last week. Abundant Life, the Owls, will take it. Snap, low snap. It's going to be another throw left side this time. It's going to complete at the 18 and out of bounds. I'll say he run right out of bounds when he caught it at the time, and that's another first down for the Owls.
Yeah, and this is how you maximize 8-man, because they had no wide receivers on that play, and you basically make that guy a tight end. And so he's got all that room to his left, and he just outran the defender out on that corner route. And good throw by the QB. And they're about to answer our second score here. No punts yet here through our first 4 possessions.
Indeed, and we'll see kind of what goes on here. 14-6 Caveman, 2:31 to play in the first quarter. Snap coming. It's a pitch out this side, and missed one tackle for the Caveman, missed the other. That's almost to the 1-yard line. Going to be Brandon Walker again, and he's shifty.
That was a fine piece of running, just patient and waiting for those gaps to open, and just kept picking one and another. And good downfield blocking, Boxing, same thing. Boxing out. That's basketball, sorry. It's not basketball season yet. We kept them out of the end zone, didn't we?
We did. That's second down and goal for Abundant Life. They missed it. Who is that laying on the ground getting up now? That is 71, and that's Carlino, and who was the other number?
He's up, and I think Sutterfield was the other guy. I think he was the last one to get up, but they, I think, are okay. And, man, that ball is all but touching the goal line down there, centered right between the hashes.
We can do it again here. So second and goal.
Push backwards this time.
Clock moving, minute 45. Play here in the first. Cavemen lead 14-6. There's going to be another run. He'll get in that time. That is Brandon Walker. Touchdown, Owls.
Yeah, it is really hard to keep some of these guys off of a 1-yard run at this, and it's just hard. And he barely had to lean forward. He had enough room to get to the goal line before contact.
So 14-12 your score here. Abundant Life going to go for the 2-point conversion, trying to tie it up here with a minute 36 to play. In the first quarter, hey, Phillip, we're just in the first quarter.
Yeah.
But you know how games seemed like it went fast.
Yes, and this one, of course, touchdown stopped the clock, and we've had 4 already, and maybe first one to 40 wins tonight.
Defense audibles, and it's going to be a pass play. Walker wide open.
Yeah, they hadn't ran that play yet, and so we've just been loading up on the run, and we bit on the student body right, and their left winger just slipped out untouched into the end zone. They'll run that play again before we're done.
More than likely. So 14 all here in Jacksonville. We'll take a 30-second break and be back for more of it. It's Caveman Radio 89.9.
Since 1997, First Community Bank has been serving our community and helping it grow. First Community Bank understands what it takes to help customers reach their financial goals and exceed those expectations. Neighbors helping neighbors and putting you first. The bank that sees this area as their community and they want to be here for you. Where community comes first. First Community Bank, member FDIC.
Caveman football.
Here we are back here in the world of the central part of the state. Thank you, Kenny, our tech supervisor and advisor, as he got the lights turned off here in the press box so that camera glare will stop a little bit on your screen. It helped it a lot. Thank you.
The land of the never-ending highway construction.
That is true. They've been working on this
County.
since I was 2.
I mean, I don't know a time I've driven down here where they weren't.
That's what Dad said on the way down.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, the longest 10-year transition has been that 167 corridor with Jacksonville. Fielded at the 16 by Alex Mosier, and he's going to be taken down at the 23, 24 possibly.
Yeah, Mosier probably should have kept coming to the left. He was getting close to the sideline, but he had a couple of guys blocking, and he went back middle of the field and just ran right into a cover man, and down he went.
14 all here in the first minute and a half to play in the first quarter. And let's see, we got the ball to start the first half, so that means we need to capitalize here in this first and second quarters on all the chances we get because we'll have to give it to them to start the second. Lopez wide to the near side, so is Alex Mosier. Actually, I got that number wrong. It's not Mosier. I'm sorry. Check it here in a minute. Got trips to the near side, actually, an 8-man. That's new.
Yeah. And
Johnson's going to run himself out a gap there, and he's going to be across the 25 to the 30, and that's a good gain of about 5.
Spread formation to spread the defense. You can still run that way. And I don't think we passed it once.
We passed it.
We did
once. Cameron Duell was.
Oh, we threw one to
Nick Lopez. Yep.
So just a couple of times, but it works, man. You get that defense spread out. You got to honor receivers, especially an 8-man.
Cameron Duell was the other receiver, and he's now wide to the far side. And here we go, Johnson. Good count. Going to get a handoff to Caleb Johns. That is Caleb, and he's going to go down for a loss of a yard, but we're still at the 29-yard line, brings up 3rd and short.
Yeah, we've had a lot of second down and 2s and 3s, and this is one of our longer conversion downs we've had to deal with in this one. So, and again, when you get a back-and-forth game, and you got to be careful because if we punt here and they go score again, well, now there you go. You're behind when you had the advantage by going first. You've got to keep scoring if they're going to keep scoring.
Here we go, 3rd down. Defense jumped, and there it is. We'll see if they're going to call it on us, though. It's not. It's going to be offside.
Look at our offensive line. They're not moving yet. Hey, that's discipline right there by our guys. And 55 for us was Max Trago, and, man, he was a statue. He wasn't moving.
They'll move it 5 yards, and that's going to be a first down for the Cavemen at the 35-yard line. Good move there, and that hard count worked. We did a little bit of that at Marshall last week, actually, tried to draw some defense off sides, and it worked pretty good. Well, 1st and 10, Cavemen. We're here at the Cave City 35 with 5 seconds left in the quarter, and we're going to let it go to the next quarter. And there it is. As we were getting set, look at that. Yeah. Barnett was on the ball ready to go, and that'll do it for the first. It's tied at 14. We'll be back in 1 minute to bring you the second quarter. Listen to Cave City High School football on Caveman Radio 89.9 and Cave City School Athletics.
Main Street Outlet Store, 1104 North Main Street in Cave City is stocked with everything from house and homewares to tools and everything in between. They carry closeouts, stock overruns, and discount merchandise that includes everything from lawnmowers to candy. Main Street Outlet Store has new merchandise arriving all the time. 870-613-0532 is the number for Main Street Outlet Store, 1104 North Main in Cave City.
Down Home Motors, 1044 North Main Street in Cave City, has a variety of previously owned vehicles for you to choose from. Jordan and Adam at Down Home Motors has been known to carry everything from recent models to classic cars and trucks. In fact, Down Home Motors likes to buy, sell, and they'll even trade at Down Home Motors, 1044 North Main Street in Cave City. Jordan's number is 870-384-0206 and Adam at 870-371-0105.
Cave City High School football.
You got it. You called it. Here we are, second quarter, and Justin Wilson, Philip Landers, bringing you the action right now. And Philip, man, take me back to Truman last year, where you called about everything that happened and going our way.
I, for some reason, was seeing into the future. I was like Nicolas Cage in that movie where you could see 2 minutes into the future, but only when it affects him.
Oh.
And I only remember that because it was on TV just last night.
Was that like Final Destination or something?
And the government wanted him, to
of course they
on
do.
And so it was, and he was on the run.
I mean, Nicolas Cage. Yeah. I mean, he stole the Declaration of Independence. I mean, of course they wanted him.
Yeah.
They still ain't gotten over that. I'm just going to tell you.
No, yeah, that kind of thing can leave a mark on people.
Sure can.
It's not going to go away if you're going to do that.
Kind of wish I'd found the treasure myself, though. 12 minutes, 1 quarter down. This is the second. Johnson going to keep it, and he's going to get a yard on the first down carry and no more.
Yeah, so it's adjustment time for Cave City because Abundant Life has made some kind of adjustment, and they're cutting off some of our inside runs now that those 10-yarders are turning into 1 or 2. So what do we have in our playbook to spring somebody loose maybe to the outside and get that defense to spread back out?
Tristan Wiles hasn't touched the ball tonight yet. Nick Lopez hasn't run very much, but the one time he did, he scored a touchdown.
I still want to see a deep ball. We've just got to throw it.
Dawson going to hand it off to who is that? That's Tristan Wiles, and he's fighting his way through across the 40 to the 43. Did you see his arms he's like he was swimming.
Yeah.
He's still going.
Yeah, he's 2 yards shy of the first, and third down and 2 in this game, you can still feel pretty confident. And I would almost say in this old situation, this is 2 downs here. Move those sticks because you don't want to give it back without scoring, not the way the first quarter went.
Maybe I can see 2 minutes in the future.
Well, you may. Are you going to give me $20? Is that what you see?
You're funny.
No? Okay.
Your wife gave me $100 to lose.
Oh, stop it.
Third and short, excuse me. Dawson in formation. He's in the gun. Handoff. This side, that is Lopez, and he's gone to the house all the way from the 43. Touchdown, Caveman.
What a run. And again, we were a lot of quarterback runs up the middle, and they were starting to seal those off. And so we kind of block patterned to the left and ran Lopez on the counter. And an 8-man, you get out into the flat, and if you can run, you're going to score, and he did.
Great job, Nick Lopez, to get out there. And, I missed it at home. Sorry, folks. Great camera work by me. 2014 your score, 10:30 on the clock here in a second. And that's the way you want to start your second quarter drive.
Yeah, again, let's keep scoring and keep the pressure on them to score. And as you said, they're going to get the ball to start the third. So we really need to be up a score going into half if it's going to stay that way, because otherwise they're going to flip the coin on us, and then we're playing from behind all the time.
Johnson gets a good snap, going to take it left side again, and he's going to be in for a 2-point conversion as he kind of skipped over the goal line there, and it's 22-14. It's kind of like that thing was raised up, and he was trying to get over it. Didn't want to trip over it.
Yeah.
22-14, Cavemen. This looks good. I love the way we're playing right now, defensively and offensively. Defensively, I mean, we just missed 2 tackles, and that's their 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and offensively, we were taking what they were giving, and then they adjusted, and we threw a wrinkle at them, and it was 6 points. And so that was good play calling for us offensively, and our guys are executing, and our linemen, no flags really so far, playing great. The jumps off sides by the defense while going our offensive line didn't move for 20 more seconds just to show they didn't move. That's discipline. And that's what you got to have, man.
Coach Cody is doing some big things with our boys. Tommy Cody, head coach this year. Matt Barnes back at the Cave City side of things. Jacob Four, the only lone man from last year's staff, he's still here. And Alan Wright also here. Forgot about Alan being here last year through the season as working with our linemen. And then Slayton Wheeler, the new guy from Melbourne area. Slayton actually played over there for the Bearcats and did his footballing at Lyon, and
well,
he's with Caveman. That's a high kick out of bounds, and that'll be a flag for the free kick out of bounds violation, of course. And I don't know if that was meant to go deep high or
I think he
might have got
say
the wrong.
He mishit that ball. I bet he was hoping to kick deep and got under it a little bit with that toe, and that ball just went almost straight up in the air. And I don't think it even went 10 yards. Where I think it went out of bounds at the 42. I guess it went, but
what it looked like. But now, don't get me.
It didn't go very far. And again, I keep mentally looking at the big sideline for 11-man, that big white stripe to judge out of bounds. And that's not where you go out of bounds.
Right.
It's the orange cones that are probably 5 yards inside of that. And so,
well, it went out at the
48-yard line,
so
right?
it was a 43-yard line is where it went out. So 5-yard penalty.
Okay.
Here we go. Abundant Life's got it on their own 48-yard line, and here we're ready here. Jacob Townsend, quarterback throws it deep, and that is not going to be anywhere close to the intended receiver, number 6, Joshua Tice.
Yeah, he ran the out pattern, and he should have ran the post pattern, and he probably has a touchdown if he did. And the quarterback threw it to a spot before the receiver made his cut, and so he cuts the wrong way. And, I mean, it looks bad, but it was a small mistake and large error there.
22-14 your score. Cavemen lead 10-15 left in the second quarter. Boy, if that was first quarter and 2 minutes off the clock and you got that many scores, that's a lot. Pressure coming. That is Caveman trying to get to Townsend, and he's going to just take it himself and run out of bounds near that first down marker. And
He
is
really
short.
fast, too. I mean, if they decide to just load up and run him, we're going to have to really mark him. And at some point, you take a linebacker and say, you're spying on 7 and don't worry about anything else. And just go get him.
Townsend, the quarterback for the Owls, and it's 3rd and short here. Ball sitting at the Cave City 44.
The pace of the game tells me, though, if they go score, we got a chance to score, and that would close out our half if we do it right. And that's what we want, is to be up at half.
Yep, I like it. Townsend hands it off. It's going to go to Walker, and he's going to be enough forward progress for the first down, but the Cavemen get him pretty quick, and he only gained 4.
Yeah, the game moved slow for him. I mean, he almost came to a stop, and then he just slides to the outside and got a couple of yards. And he's just really fast and patient. And, some guys, everything's a blur, and some guys it's in slow motion. And there is no doubt for Brandon Walker that it is slow motion when he's out there.
9:36, clock moving, 1st and 10 on the 40. Abundant Life known to drive it and then score on a big play. We'll see if the Caveman defense can keep that from happening here. Good snap. Going to throw it deep, and no way he's getting to that one either. That's intended for Tice again.
And he was going the wrong – either the quarterback is off target or he's making the wrong break on his route because he was running inside, and, again, the ball went the other way over the other shoulder. And he turned and tried to catch up to it, but it was thrown too far out in front.
So it brings up 2nd and 10 here for the Owls. And with that stoppage, we're 9:19. We've still got 9 minutes here in this first half, but things looking pretty good here for a Caveman. 22-14 your score, Cave City. Pass near side is going to be complete, and he's down. He drops the ball when he goes down. That's going to be Walker, but he's going to be complete for the gain, and that was a great job by Christian West.
Yeah, not only did he stay close defensively, he helped the opponent up when he slipped at the end of the play. Nice sportsmanship from one of our guys there.
You bet. Christian, good kid. 8:55, clock moving. Yeah, I don't know, Walker had a chance there to get downfield quick, but he slipped right there and just couldn't make it happen.
That turf, that happens sometimes. Man, I'm scared of the quarterback running to the right with that open field right now. Oh, he wants to throw.
He wants to throw again. It's complete at the 29, and that'll be good for a first down for Abundant Life.
Yeah, just the quick dump out pass into the flat, but again, they're setting that up to that. all that room on the right side over there. And he's so fast. But they seem intent on throwing the ball a lot on this possession.
Got out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock. Andrew Doles will come out of that play. We'll see what Abundant Life may have in their bag of marbles here.
Now he's got blockers to his right. Let's see.
Snap. Wants to throw it wide to the far side, and he's just overthrowing everybody so much.
They keep throwing deep, and it's going to open up something underneath maybe, but they feel like they can capitalize on something, and we're doing a better job of not letting them get so far behind us. Early they ran one and missed, and he was well behind us, and we've tightened that up.
2nd and long here. Ball still at the 29 for the Owls. Tight bunching here.
Yeah, no wideouts at all.
Nothing. And that's going to be quarterback runs into his own guy, and Trago couldn't get to him. And now he's going to be taken down. That's going to be a big loss on the play. And Jacob Townsend couldn't get anywhere. Caleb Johns with the initial tackle. Good job.
Open field tackle. And he had some help coming, too, by the way. They had that play snuffed out from the beginning, and only because their quarterback is fast did he get it to where he got it. But it is 3rd and long. And we've got them right where we want them here.
7:56 clock moving. Cavemen forced a 3rd and long. It's going to be 3rd and 16 yards. Quite the movement here. Trips to the far side. Here we go. Cavemen got to shift over and cover it. Good snap. Throws it downfield, and it's going to be incomplete at the 15, and that brings up 4th and long. What do you do here if you're Abundant Life?
Yeah, that was Gavin Sams. Just went straight up, and the defender was playing receiver, and the receiver had to play defender and break that up, or we had an interception right there, and it's their 4th down, and we've got a timeout called by Abundant Life on 4th down.
Third first of the half, and we'll take it with them. 7:33 to play in the second. It's 22-14 Cavemen. We're back in 1 minute on KVMN.
Michael Stanley is a master electrician and serves Cave City and the surrounding area. Stanley Electric is available for new construction, remodeling projects, fixture installation. Michael Stanley with Stanley Electric is licensed and insured, offers free estimates, and will even make service calls. For prompt, honest, and knowledgeable electrical work, Stanley Electric of Cave City is available. Michael's number is 870-995-0172.
Doyle Family Dental Services in Cave City strives to create an experience and atmosphere that is relaxing while taking care of their patients' dental needs. Although they are working on a new location for West Center Street, right now you'll find them at 316 North Main, Suite B in Cave City. The number for Doyle Family Dentistry is 870-916-2315. That's 870-916-2315. Doyle Family Dentistry is ready to serve you and your family.
Caveman football.
4th and a long way, but Life's going to air it out here, and it's going to be as the same thing we've seen the whole night so far, Philip. They've just overthrown everything. Townsend I don't know if he just can't, I don't know what he's seeing down there.
They really feel like they can hit those, and it's just not working out. And sometimes their guys are open deep, and he overthrows, and sometimes they run the wrong route, and at some point they're going to have to give up on that if they're going to, because now – they're down 8 to us, and we've got the ball back with plenty of time to go score again. And again, it's, back and forth game like we had, you can't miss a chance to score. We converted our 3rd one,
right?
And they didn't, and that's going to be a story of the game here.
High snap, and it took a little bit longer on the handoff for the Cavemen. That went to Tristan Wiles, and he was not able to get any gain on that, so stay at the 35. Good snap, though. It just the play took a little too long to materialize is what it looked like from here.
It was slow in developing, and the defenders, then had time to get hold of Tristan, and he leaned forward when he felt the contact, but 2nd and long now.
Cameron Doole far out. Well, he's on our near side, but far out from the line of scrimmage, and at least our guys. Dawson's going to take it himself, runs up the middle, gets to the 40, and that's a good gain on 2nd down.
Yeah, and he was pretty slow to get up there. He Does he have a headset in his helmet? He does, doesn't he?
I think so.
He puts his hands up there, and
pretty sure that
he's
that's
trying to listen to those speakers. And we've got a timeout again.
I think that's legal now in high school.
That.
So
how about that?
22-14 your score, 6:24 on the second quarter clock. We got a timeout by the Cavemen. We'll take a 30-second timeout and be back for it in just a few moments. This is the Caveman football on Cave City Athletics and KVMN.
It's a zombie invasion, and Oathbound Airsoft is ready. The Dead Zone Zombie Rescue is happening at Oathbound Airsoft, 679 Highway 58 in Sydney. For a fee, Oathbound will provide you with all the airsoft supplies you'll need to stave off this zombie invasion. You, your family, and friends can use airsoft to battle the undead on October 10th, 11th, the 17th, 18th, 24th, 25th, the 31st, and November 1st. The Dead Zone Zombie Rescue at Oathbound Airsoft is a club fundraiser. Their Facebook page has more information.
Cave City High School football.
Back here in Jacksonville, Caveman took a timeout, and Johnson going to pitch it out. And Lopez did some kind of fake move. I don't know what he did, but he's dropped down at the original line of scrimmage and not out of bounds. And that's going to bring up fourth and about 6 yards here. Brandon, why did I call you Brandon? Phillip.
Yeah,
What
I don't know.
This 4-down territory, ain't it?
Well,
What do you think?
it looks like a punting unit's coming on to me.
actually.
I think if we were tied or down a score, we might have, but
that's a good
our
point.
defense has held a little better than theirs. And, a good punt can put them back inside their 30 somewhere. And, keep that clock running, and let's get to half with the lead here if we can hold them one more time. So we're going to punt. First punt of the evening, or it's a fake. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would actually be very cool. We'll see what happens here. It's going to be a punt, though, and it's a great punt. And it's going to hit at the 40 and take a little roll to the 39, and that'll be a good spot as Lopez picks it up there for the Cavemen. I don't mind that spot at all.
It was kind of a hurried kick. I don't know if he saw something and he thought he had to hurry, and he didn't exactly take that first big step to step into it. He just really caught it and swung that right foot and got it past midfield. And so for the 39, honestly, after that's pretty good. We'll be playing some defense here.
Pretty excited about that spot, actually. That's a good spot. All right, 49-yard line. That's 49. Phillip, it's been a long day. 39-yard line.
In Canadian football, it probably is.
Well, there you go. It's like the 54-yard line, ain't it?
Yeah.
5:25 to play, second quarter. We still lead 22-14. Caveman bunching in there on defense, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper. And he's not going to get but about 4 yards on that, and that's a good job by the Caveman. Jacob Townsend goes down at the 43.
Yeah, and he seems to be – well, he and Walker are their, running the ball has been their best offense. And the throwing hasn't worked, and I suspect they're just going to run the ball repeatedly here and see if they can't squeeze out a score before halftime.
That's what I was kind of thinking in my brain.
Yeah,
under
but
5.
The pace of the game, we're under 5 minutes. They kind of got to move the chains and get some 10, 15-yarders.
Second and about 6. Snap. Wants to throw this side. It's going to be incomplete, and that'll stop the clock. And Townsend to Walker didn't work that time.
Yeah, and it's third and long. I mean, that's advantage defense, and the passing game has not been there. And they're playing a long season, and they're thinking about their playoff bracket. And this is, they may say we're going to work on things tonight, and we're not worried about the score, and but we want to win. And they are committed to the passing game, but it's not committed to them.
22-14 Cavemen. The Abundant Life has one timeout left in the half. We've got 2. Snap, throw. Incomplete again, just out of his reach, touched his hand, and that's going to be Tice again. And he's been targeted quite a few times tonight, Phillip, but nothing's come out of it.
That was the best chance he had to make a catch, and some days he might have made that one, and he still had to stretch out and just couldn't hang on. And they are going to go for it. And, again, man, I worry about the quarterback. He's so fast, and he can make 7, 8 yards here and get a first.
Fourth and long. They've got to get 6 yards for sure. Probably need 7. Oh, that's a punt. Whoa, I didn't see that coming. Did you see that coming?
No, and we don't care where we get the ball because we have the lead and we want to burn clock. So
that's right. We'll take it at the 15 because that's where it's at.
Yeah, and pretty slick play by them to do that because I thought they were just going to go for it.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, we were all touchdowns all the time the first 5 possessions, and then we've had a turnover on downs and back-to-back punts, and we're hanging on to that 22-14 lead.
Yeah, so we're at the 16 actually. So I'll give myself a yard of give or take a yard on my count there. So close enough. 4:31 is the time left here in this first half.
Yeah, and our quarterback is in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the left. That defense is really spread out, man, Luke.
That's what I like. Johnson's going to get the snap, probably run it. Nope, no. He thought about throwing it, I thought. He's running left side, gets a hole, finds another hole, 20, 25, now at the 30, runs out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
He may have been pushed when he was out of bounds. And, again, not even on purpose. It's just where are those cones when you're trying to tackle?
That's what I was thinking.
I'm not saying they did anything,
No.
sportsmanlike. But I sure thought they pushed him down when he got outside those cones. But everybody's just going to line up and play, and that may be part of 8-man football. Everybody just knows that happens, and if you're
used to that
football,
sideline,
there's the visual cues aren't there for you, and great run by our quarterback.
Was indeed 4 minutes to play here as he didn't get out of bounds. Apparently, they're running the clock. Snap, handoff. Lopez this side gets around. Oh, he stood up at the 35. Picked up. That's a gain, though.
Yeah, we got a yard, and the clock's moving. And, we really, would be nice to score. But I want a halftime lead. That's what I want.
You bet. 22-14 right now. We're leading at the moment, second and about 8.
I'd sure like to be up 30-14, 30 at half, though. Be better. Put them down 2 scores coming out of halftime with the ball instead of thinking they might tie coming out of halftime.
All right, here we go. 3:20 on the clock. Johnson, good snap. Runs back, wants to throw, kind of a little toss over. Complete at the 35 to Lopez, and he's going to be – there's a flag coming out from the side guy. And that come out, there's
another flag.
Really wanting to throw that one pretty quick, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, nice little underneath screen to Lopez would be enough to move the chains, but I'm worried about our flags. He's having a conversation with one of our guys. I'm afraid some personal foul there.
Well, I wouldn't think. I didn't see anything.
He's picked his flag up.
Personal foul against number 55. That's Trago. I didn't see what he done. I may have to replay that.
I'm going to say –
why would
it was a verbal altercation, so to speak.
Well, that's kind of rough to be throwing at 3 minutes in.
It stinks because it's 15 yards from the 40.
Yeah.
And
we had it near the 50.
We would have had a first down had they not thrown the flag. I think we had a first down. No, because they're from where they spotted the ball, I guess. But
don't move the chains, boys.
They went back to the 30.
Leave the chains where they're at.
Yeah. Early season for those guys. This may be their first home game.
They did say that. You're
is that right? Okay.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, so, man, we appreciate volunteers all over Arkansas. And, by the way, volunteers who call the back lines in volleyball, and our girls put it on Valley Springs last night.
Yeah, they did.
Right, and, man, that is great. Hey, our girls got 3 road games next week in volleyball, and that's not easy. And they're off to a good start this year, senior high. And they have volunteers. You don't see volunteers doing the line judge on Friday nights, but you see it in volleyball every night.
So first down, Johnson's going to have to run it himself again. He gets around the outside to the 35. There's another flag. Probably a hold.
Classically, when the white hat throws it from 30 yards away, he saw something from his position back there, and he did. And no flags really for the first quarter and a half, and now they're starting to show up here. This could be a little bit of getting a little bit tired heading into halftime. Maybe you lose a little bit of focus.
Well, you think you've got 3 minutes. We're going to just run the ball and run the clock down.
Yeah.
And now we're having to replay every single down because of a flag being thrown, and then then you're setting at 2:36 when you was at 3:12.
But because it's first down. If you're thinking let's just claw our way to halftime, then we've got 4 downs to run some clock, and we can still go another couple of good runs without the flags.
Right.
And and we could break one. We've broken a couple of long ones tonight already, so
we'll see if we can get some more of that.
Yeah, Johnson, don't forget, 77 yards first play of the game for a touchdown.
Very true. Dawson, good snap. Fake the handoff, rolls out to his right, wants to throw, finds a guy complete. That's Max Trago at the 40.
He's
still going. 40 now the 30. We got a flag, and he'll run out of bounds at the 27. It come from over here, though.
They're going to say block in the back, I think.
But Max Trago is a receiver because in this 8-man, you are eligible.
Brilliant play
It
call.
was
Again,
great.
we've had some good play calling tonight, and again, something they weren't looking for.
It was a hold. What are you
hold
doing?
In the middle of the field, behind the play, far away from the ball, and
still first down no matter how you mark that one.
Yeah, so we're still going to be not that far from midfield.
The flags, we can't just be getting a flag every time we play. We snap the ball.
Referees can get flag happy too.
Well, that's
they
what I'm
just start
saying.
Feeling like they want to call something. And,
it doesn't make sense
and
why
once
they just keep
feel
calling.
like they're seeing it. I mean, you could call hold on every play, is the old adage, and I guess it's true.
I guess it is true, but I don't really want to find out. I mean, honestly. So 2:03, clock moving. Somehow it's moving after a penalty, but oh well. I'm not the one on the clock, so. First and 10.
They should start the snap of the ball, so unless they're trying to correct it.
They're not. No.
We've lost 10, 12 seconds here for no reason, but I guess if we're going to claw our way to halftime, that's what we want to happen. So
the pass complete to Trago, though, might be the talk of the night, at least in the first half.
And by the way, no operating play
Johnson
clock.
goes, still moves across to the 40 now, and they'll mark him at the 39. That's enough for another first down, and my goodness, Philip, that kind of materialized fast.
And they're not stopping the clock to reset the chains either. And again, 8-man, things could be different. I thought you would stop it a little bit to reset.
Well, you're supposed to because we did. I mean, Marshall played it last week just like we always played.
So, again, these guys are in a different kind of conference, and they may run their rules differently. 8-man it's kind of like the old Major League Baseball. The fields were different, and some didn't even have walls, and you just.
That's true. Handoff to Lopez, spin move. Close to the 30. He'll be at the 29 for the second down.
We do have a timeout left, so we can stop the clock when we feel like we need to. Or, I'm sorry, we have 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
They have 1. We have 2.
We're just going to hurry up offense here.
That's right. We got a shot here.
Johnson, one man to the near side. Handoff Lopez. He gets through, cuts up through the middle. Going to the 20, now the 15, 5. He's in the 4. So close. That's when you need to talk. There's Coach Cody's calling timeout.
Call that timeout, yeah, because you want to maximize your downs here. And so 32 seconds left. First and goal from, the 4. You can run 2 running plays comfortably, and you might even run one and spike it and then run. And we're in great shape. And 2 scores up at half would be really good considering they get the ball coming out.
That's right. We're going to keep it right here just because of how close it is to halftime and how close we are to the goal line. Don't want to miss any action. But Philip, our Busy Bee MVP for that our junior high game tonight, River Hill, 4 touchdowns to his credit.
And some good
game.
pass defense.
Yeah.
Good pass defense, and I believe he kicked.
Yes,
right?
he did.
He kicked off too, and just did it. And again, man, you know, a lot of guys, when you run successfully, that means the bigs on the line blocked successfully, and the guys on the outside had to contain theirs too. And so it does take everybody on their assignments. And Hill had a fine game, and that was a good win for those guys. And you know, this program and what they want to get to, and the winning is contagious, or it can be, and it's fun, and just happy for them to get a win on the road on Friday night.
That's right. Look good, too, doing it. So,
yeah, and how about junior high? Instead of playing on Thursday night, which doesn't feel like Friday night, they get to play Friday night football just like the high schoolers. You know they like that.
It's really different for me, but and sure different for the coaches, I'm sure. But, yeah, that's good stuff there for them. Glad to get to play.
Because you're game planning for 2 games on one day, and they probably would like to have Friday all day for just the high school.
That's right. Johnson hands it off this side.
Stay
it's going to be
up,
Lopez, and he's going to get down to the 2, maybe the 1, and we're going to use our last timeout here with 25 seconds left, and that's a good play call. We're at the 1 now, second and goal there, Philip. And what do you call here if you're the guy calling offense?
Oh, fake handoff to the right, QB bootleg to the left.
Touchdown.
Roll that tight end out, dump him off for the touchdown.
How long did it take you to come up with that?
Oh, dude, you play enough Tecmo Super Bowl, you got plays at the ready all the time.
Didn't go for a two-point. That's our
Gotta
tech guy.
Yeah, got to go for the 2-point. Our producer over there, Kenny Wilson, our stat guru.
He is. He also looked up some rules earlier, but I don't know what state he was
Well,
looking at. But I don't think it was Arkansas.
I talked to one of the fellas about the junior high game, and he said that the instructions came up at halftime to go 20 minutes and stop the clock at 1 minute.
Well, hey, when
and
instructions come
minute.
up, that's what you got to deal with.
Yeah, and I played intramural basketball in college, and that's how they would run the clock nonstop until the last 2 minutes. Unless there was like a gigantic lead, and then they wouldn't.
I played pickup basketball in college.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Oh, my third year.
I was in shape then.
Our team was called Anything Else.
Oh.
And we were second in our division, and we beat the Baptist Student Union in the postseason tournament. They were champs of the other division.
We
beat Baptist Student Union by like 20.
Touchdown, Caveman!
Oh,
sorry, we're back to action. Caveman get it in. That's Dawson just runs it in himself. I'm so sorry, Philip, but I just looked and saw it. Cavemen go up again, another score here. It's 28-14. And, yeah, we'll talk more about that later. But right now, it got serious there for a second.
I'm sure all our listeners are hanging on the story of my college intramural basketball team.
Well, hey, if they are,
it was fun for me.
Tristan Wiles powers his way down, and he's going to get in for the 2-point conversion.
No, yes, he did.
Wiles is in, and a great job, Tristan. Good play call there, Coach Cody, on that one. We appreciate Tristan Wiles' run anytime. But 30-14 your score. Cavemen with the lead here. Philip, we're going to keep it right here just because it is what it is at 22 seconds left. They're going to kick this off soon. Oh, my goodness. And you're going to have a pile of stats for halftime.
Well, that was an 84-yard drive, and the penalties actually helped us burn up all the clock. Because if you don't have those, we run 3 or 4 less plays, and there's probably 90 seconds on the clock or more right now. And we really don't want to give Abundant Life any time because they do have a quarterback that could break a long one.
It's very true.
He's got a 50-yard rush. Walker does. That's the running back. Walker's the running back.
Yes.
And he's got a 50-yarder, but Nick Lopez a 57-yarder. So
true. And Dawson Johnson a
77.
77.
So we opened it. So we've had those long plays, and both teams' defenses adjusted a little bit here in the second quarter, and we're up 30-14, and they've only got one timeout. So a play or two, but they're going to throw. They committed to throwing in the second quarter, and they stopped scoring.
Little worm burner gets loose at the 48, and Abundant Life says they've got it, and they may. But it was a good job by the Caveman. Trenton Brown thinks we've got it on the sideline, and he may be correct.
Well, that would be nice because we could take a knee, and we're celebrating down there.
And
somebody's slow to get up for Abundant Life, and we don't want anybody to get hurt, but let's play some fun.
We're back offense on the field, so we've got it.
So, I mean, I guess if you feel like it, you could just chunk a deep one or two and see what you can do with 22 seconds.
Kind of like, let's see what happens.
I mean, boy, that's bonus. This is a bonus possession here.
With 22 seconds.
So, fumble, kick. So, Cave City taking over at the 49.
Good deal. All right, snap. Here we go. Johnson goes this side. He's going to be shoestring tackled.
Flag.
Barely, but a flag comes out from behind, and I guess you could say, of course, it is.
I don't know. Our offensive linemen are just running freely, so I don't know what the thing is.
Maybe on the defense. He's looking over at our sideline.
He sure did. No, it's
holding on the offense. What do you?
Maybe
where is this hold coming from?
Again,
I don't see it.
Our linemen weren't even engaged. They're following the quarterback running the ball. So I don't know what he saw there.
Carter Sutterfield he was putting his hands up too, like what's going on.
He was not. He was just running freely in open space. He wasn't even touching anybody. So I don't know who they saw or why. And but again, we'll just have to. You just got to adapt and keep playing.
With 2-score lead or 2-touchdown lead, it's kind of like, maybe we shouldn't just think about it too much. Hey, we're going to run a play with 5 seconds.
Yeah,
we got the line quick. Defense coming, blitz on the way, and Dawson is going to be hit, but it's caught by Dakota Barnett at the 40. Dakota's, and we got another flag. Are you serious? Dakota gets to the 44.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Johnson tried to throw that. He should have known that guy was right in front of him. They're waving the pass. They're saying no completion, or they're waving it off.
I don't know if they're waving the flag. I don't know.
Whatever it is, it's over. Half is over.
We don't have to worry about the flag now.
But how
'cause the
about
half's
Dakota
over.
Barnett? I bet he didn't expect to catch a ball tonight. Do you think?
No,
did?
but he sure did, and we're going to give it to him because they didn't actually assess the penalties. So
Yeah.
Dakota Barnett ran it or caught that at near the 41 where it was in the air, and he got down to the opponent 44. So
yeah,
good job, Dakota. Good job by the Caveman. We go to the end of half, leading 30-14, and Philip, we're going to keep it right here for a little bit before we send it back to Cave City. And we'll see how long this halftime. It's going to be a 20-minute halftime on the clock, so we're going to have to feel a little bit of that. But inside the Stark Stables Cakery Cafe halftime show, and Philip, we're going to let you have it for some stats. And if you need me, I'll be right here, buddy.
Oh, boy, have I got a story for you in a minute.
Oh, boy.
Okay, let's look at our scoring recap for tonight's ball game. It is halftime. Cave City Cavemen 30, the Abundant Life Owls, and we have not called them the Owls nearly enough.
Because they don't give a hoot.
Okay.
It's good,
the
wasn't it?
Jokes write themselves.
Yeah, you know it.
First play of the game, Dawson Johnson, 77-yard touchdown rush. Our two-point conversion try was no good, and we led 6-0 just 26 seconds into the game. And I've never seen a kick and a run take 26 seconds off the clock, but it did. Abundant Life came back, and starting from their own 39-yard line, they had a 50-yard rush for score to answer Brandon Walker with the touchdown run from 50 yards out. They also failed on their two-point conversion try, and at the 10:09 mark in the first quarter, we were tied at 6. Cave City answered an 88-yard drive, ended with an 11-yard Nick Lopez touchdown run. Johnson, the two-point conversion run, Cavemen up 14-6. Abundant Life would come back still in the first quarter, and they had a 1-yard touchdown run by Brandon Walker, his second, and he ran in for 2 also to tie the game at 14, and that's how we ended the first quarter. Early in the second quarter, at the 10-minute, 30-second mark, Nick Lopez finished off a 76-yard drive with a 57-yard touchdown run. Johnson with another two-point conversion run. The Cavemen up 22-14. Abundant Life turned it over on downs. We punted. They punted, and then we took over. And an 84-yard drive was ended with a Dawson Johnson 1-yard touchdown run with 22 seconds to go in the half. After several penalties, we were able to eat up probably 6 minutes of clock, I think, Justin, on that last drive.
At least.
And then a squib kick was actually recovered by Cave City, and then we ran a couple of plays to run out the half. And maybe most exciting play of the half was Dakota Barnett catching the deflected pass and running for a first down to end quarter number 2. And our halftime score is Cave City 30, Abundant Life 14 here at Jacksonville High School, home of the – what are they called again?
The Owls.
Titans. No.
The Jacksonville. Sorry.
Jacksonville High School is called the Titans. There it is in their end zone.
I was reading something else.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. No, it wasn't you. I was just reading something else.
And again, everyone we've met from Abundant Life said, hey, man, we're glad. And Jacksonville, they'll say, hey, we're so happy to have you guys come out here and play football tonight. And so
they even offered us internet.
So they just a great visiting experience for us here on the press box side of the field, and just first-class facility to sit in. And loads of fun, and the weather's great. The wind has just disappeared when the sun went down. That big flag in front of the auto dealership there off I-57 is just hanging down on the pole, and it was fluttering pretty good throughout most of the first half.
Yes, it was. And, Philip, you couldn't ask so far in August. This is the first season that I can remember ever that I've not sweated in the first and the second games.
Normally, those first 2 or 3 weeks you're just miserably hot, and then you get some rain, and then it gets cold. And tonight, great conditions, and long-term forecast for our first home game next week looks to be the same. And so we're looking forward to Fall Royalty and Southside B Branch coming to Cave City next Friday night. That'll be loads of fun and a big crowd that will be expected naturally. As our Cavemen, by the way, did not go to the locker room at halftime. They were sitting in the end zone to our right, and it was all about the running game for both teams until Abundant Life came out trailing 22-14, and then all they wanted to do was throw, and it just did not work. And they turned it over on downs and then a couple of punts, and they just kept on throwing and couldn't convert. They were missing their deep routes, and the guy would be open and the ball was overthrown, or he was running the wrong break, and they weren't converting, but they committed, and they weren't scoring, and then we were able to tack on another late score. And so we're up 16, and we'll be playing defense when we start the third quarter. However, we're up 2 scores in what was a back-and-forth game now. We've got a good advantage here.
That's true, Philip, and we want to let's take a 1-minute timeout and come back. We're going to come back to and talk about this A-State Arkansas game tomorrow. Let's preview that a little bit, talk about it, because I know there's a lot of fans out there that's going to be rooting for one or the other, or even both like me. I'm rooting for both. Either way, I'll win tomorrow. But 14 minutes, or 15 minutes actually left here in this halftime. So we're going to take a 1-minute timeout here to Stark Staples Cakery Cafe halftime, and we'll be right back to talk about that. And then after that, we'll send it to the studio for the halftime show that they've got prepared. But for right now, back in 1 minute on Caveman Radio and Cave City Athletics.
Main Street Outlet Store, 1104 North Main Street in Cave City is stocked with everything from house and homewares to tools and everything in between. They carry closeouts, stock overruns, and discount merchandise that includes everything from lawnmowers to candy. Main Street Outlet Store has new merchandise arriving all the time. 870-613-0532 is the number for Main Street Outlet Store, 1104 North Main in Cave City.
Charles Landers Auto Sales, 1033 North Main is where you'll find Charles Landers Auto and Trailer Sales. Trusted and depended upon to provide you a clean, dependable, previously enjoyed car, truck, van, or SUV. The lot of Charles Landers Auto Sales has a varied selection of vehicles. Their Facebook page features photos of his latest inventory. 870-283-5959. That's Charles Landers Auto Sales. They also carry an assortment of new trailers of various sizes. 870-283-5959. Charles Landers Auto and Trailer Sales, Cave City.
Caveman football.
Back here in Jacksonville, Cavemen in halftime here as our Stark Staples Cakery Cafe halftime show. 13 minutes to go in this halftime. And Philip, A-State and Arkansas tomorrow.
That is going to be a load of fun, and you know it's all pressure on the U of A and Arkansas State. A lot of those fans wanted that game to happen, and it finally has. And, you know, most state universities will play the other schools, and U of A has just refrained from that. And they have their reasons, or so they say, and we'll see who backs it up tomorrow.
Well, I take it that you have a favorite there.
No, but I just happen to have that one on my phone for some reason.
That was good. Hey, so, honestly, here's the way I look at it. You got Sam Pittman and Butch Jones head-to-head. Butch Jones, he's not low on the totem pole as far as coaching goes. He's a really good coach. A-State, had some success the last few years, especially in the Allen Wright days over in
five
the,
conference titles,
12,
5
13,
years?
14, those years.
I think it was 5.
Oh, it was 11,
titles.
12, 13, 14, yeah.
5 coaches, 5 conference titles.
Yep. Those
and
were the
Allen
days.
Wright redshirted 1 and played on 4.
Yep. So it's, stuff like that, it's kind of cool. It ties us to Allen. And, of course, Jacob and Slayton both played at Lyon. Coach Cody played at ASU. He went to school there and graduated. So, stuff like that, it's really cool.
You know who else played at Arkansas State football?
Give it to me.
William Boyd.
Yes, he did, the third.
William Boyd, and also
walked on and earned a scholarship.
Yeah, and there's another young man whose name escapes me, and Arkansas State was at a bowl game, and Channel 8's doing their live remote, and he goes walking behind the camera back there, and he had made the team, made the roster, and, oh, man, I can't believe I've forgotten his name. His parents will kill me. But so we've got some connections with A-State that way. And
we've also got a lot of Razorback connections,
A lot of people really, love the Razorbacks, and it's all on them because what happens, I mean, you hate to say because it gets old, but if A-State wins, the coach may be packing his suitcase.
I think the podcast that I listened to yesterday, literally this is how they put it. They said if the Razorbacks lose to A-State tomorrow, Sam Pittman should be fired on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean,
and honestly, I'm not saying that Arkansas State is a lower tier team per se, but honestly, you got to think about SEC versus Sun Belt, Power 5 versus lower conference.
And they are not even Arkansas State is not picked. Actually, neither team in the article I read are expected to go to a bowl game this year.
Well,
so if A-State was, say, the Sun Belt Conference favorite, champion favorite, you're looking at them a little differently. And they had a really good win last week.
Yes, they did.
And so they're coming in, and again, it's all in their favor. Even if they lose, they didn't lose. And we'll see how divided will the crowd be tomorrow. I figure, mostly U of A fans, but we'll see. And you just got to go out and play the game. Appalachian State went into the big house in Michigan one time and let everybody know that you got to show up and play every week. And
right
let's see
about
how
that.
it goes tomorrow. And at 3 o'clock start. And it won't be that hot tomorrow either for them, which is probably a plus. That old bowl stadium down there, though, if there's no wind and that sun's shining straight down in that time, they'll be hot tomorrow.
Here's the thing, too. We're less than 20 miles away from that stadium right now. We could just camp out.
Yeah, we should.
It's sold out, but I'm sure we could get some scalp tickets.
I believe it is.
Yeah, heard that. So under 10 now here in the halftime, and we're going to go ahead, Philip. Thanks for talking that with me. We're going to send it back to Cave City for the next about 9 minutes for their halftime show they've got going on. Score here at halftime, Caveman 30, Abundant Live 14. We're back in about 9 minutes on Caveman Radio 89.9 and Cave City School Athletics YouTube. We're back after this.
It's time now for the Stark Stables Cakery Cafe halftime senior salute on Caveman Radio 89.9.
You know, Cave City is known for the world's sweetest watermelons every summer. Now we're known year-round for cookies, cakes, and candies with Stark Staples Cakery and Cafe. Miss Viva's Blessing Ministry runs on love offerings, and she creates those cookies, cakes, and candies for all occasions, as well as casseroles and blessing meal plates as well. Stark Stables Cakery and Cafe can bless you and yours at 870-384-4090. Stark Stables Cakery and Cafe, kicking it in the cave, keeping it in the cave.
It's time now for the Stark Stables Cakery Cafe halftime senior salute. And this evening, right here at halftime, we have with us Mr.
Tristan Wiles.
Tristan Wiles is here with us. Tristan, what position do you play on a football team?
I play fullback and middle linebacker.
Oh, I bet that's a lot of fun.
It is.
Man, when I was in high school here 100,000 years ago, we wanted football so bad. You're living my dream, man. That's just too much if I wanted to be running back. That's what I wanted to be. But that's got to be a whole lot of fun. You like the hitting and stuff?
Yes, sir. That's my favorite part.
Yeah, that should be the favorite part of any football player. Maybe except for the quarterback, I guess. But, oh, my gosh. So you play both sides?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah. And what do you think about the new 8-man thing? Is it a whole lot of fun?
It's a lot faster paced.
Yes, it is. Yeah, last week's game, even though we came with, just lost by a hair, really, that's got to be the most that Cave City's scored in a game in a long, long time, if ever.
Yeah, in a while. Last year we did score pretty good against ICC.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, it was an exciting game to listen to on the air, and it's got to have been that much more fun to play in it, I'll bet.
It was very exciting.
Well, man, you're a senior this year. What do you think about being a senior?
It doesn't really feel like I am. It feels like I was just a freshman.
Yeah, it goes by pretty quick, doesn't it?
Yes,
anybody that comes in as a freshman, they're going to be sitting there going, I've still got 4 more years. But they don't realize how fast it's going to go by. So what kind of plans you got after high school, man?
I'm still thinking about that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
time's running out, man.
Yes, sir. I'm thinking about going into a trade of some sort.
Sure.
Probably going to a community college.
Yeah.
UACCB has a few good programs.
Yeah, have you checked Ozarka and Melbourne? They've got some good stuff, too.
I've been thinking about Ozarka, too.
Yeah, there's going to trade schools and getting your education in a couple of years as opposed to doing a 4-year college is not only pretty smart and get you back out into the workforce where you're making money, but it saves you money because you're not going to pay tens and thousands of dollars for that college education that,
That's my thought exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want all that student loan immediately.
Right. It's kind of a problem. If you pick something that takes that 4 years, you got to suffer through it. So that's good thinking on your part. Well, what kind of trades are you interested in?
I'm thinking about linemen.
Yeah.
I like being outside. I like doing work with my hands.
Yeah. That's going to be that is what's the song Wichita Lineman by Glenn Campbell? I'm sure you've heard that song before. Working in that all that kind of weather, and you're up high on those poles and all that. And it's usually bad weather that you're called out to during. So you don't mind that idea?
No, I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Then sounds like it's right up your alley. That's a great idea. So,
All right. Well, you got a big memory from high school? Anything in particular that is going to stand out for you once you graduate?
Throughout high school, me and my friend John, we had a podcast.
Oh,
So,
did you really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, and I didn't get you in radio. Come on, man.
Yeah, I never joined this class. I don't know why, but
Well, you sounds like you did a little bit of it on your own, though. What was your podcast about?
lifting weights.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty cool. All right. Well, tell me something here. Yeah, you've got the senior thing going. You got an idea on what you want to do after high school. A lot of folks have plans, maybe long term. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Where do you think Tristan's going to be?
10 years from now, I hope to be in a stable situation where, I'm not worried and stressed about money.
Right.
I'm living in a house that I want to be in. I'm in a job that I like.
Yeah.
That's my hope.
Maybe find the perfect person to spend the rest of your life with.
Yes, sir. I've already found it. So.
Okay, good. Oh, and do we want to share a name?
Kaylee Stoffer.
Oh, Kaylee's pretty awesome, actually.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're a lucky man. We may have to sit down and talk to her, though.
Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. He gave me that look like, stay away. Tristan, man, I appreciate your time coming in here and visit with us during the Stark Stables Cakery Cafe halftime show, the senior salute here during the ball game. And with your permission, we'll wrap things up here, and we'll load everybody up and get them back out to the second half of the game.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to do that right now on Caveman Radio 89.9.
This has been the Stark Stables Cakery Cafe of Cave City halftime senior salute. We'll get you back out to our game right after these words from Stark Stables Cakery Cafe.
You know, Cave City is known for the world's sweetest watermelons every summer. Now we're known year-round for cookies, cakes, and candies with Stark Staples Cakery and Cafe. Miss Viva's Blessing Ministry runs on love offerings, and she creates those cookies, cakes, and candies for all occasions, as well as casseroles and blessing meal plates as well. Stark Stables Cakery and Cafe can bless you and yours at 870-384-4090. Stark Stables Cakery and Cafe, kicking it in the cave, keeping it in the cave.
It's a zombie invasion, and Oathbound Airsoft is ready. The Dead Zone Zombie Rescue is happening at Oathbound Airsoft, 679 Highway 58 in Sydney. For a fee, Oathbound will provide you with all the airsoft supplies you'll need to stave off this zombie invasion. You, your family, and friends can use airsoft to battle the undead on October 10th, 11th, the 17th, 18th, 24th, 25th, the 31st, and November 1st. The Dead Zone Zombie Rescue at Oathbound Airsoft is a club fundraiser. Their Facebook page has more information.
Lehman Equipment Sales and Rentals, 819 North Main in Cave City, specializes in sales and rentals of used heavy equipment and trucks. They carry a wide selection of heavy equipment and trucks. Lehman Equipment also assists in repair needs. They even deliver worldwide. LehmanEquipmentCompany.com. Chris and OJ Lehman answer calls at 870-283-6488. Lehman Equipment Sales and Rentals. When the skies turned dark over Cave City, the storm didn't just test our town, it revealed its strength. In the wake of the EF3 tornado, the Bank of Cave City didn't hesitate. Their team showed up, checking on and feeding neighbors, lending hands, and helping clear the path forward. It wasn't just about buildings and storm damage, it was about people. And when the town needed them most, the Bank of Cave City team was there, steady, responsive, and ready. Whether it's cheering for Caveman at activities or supporting local businesses through every season, the Bank of Cave City is proud to be a steady presence, rain or shine. Bank of Cave City, empowering hometowns no matter the weather.
Down Home Motors, 1044 North Main Street in Cave City, has a variety of previously owned vehicles for you to choose from. Jordan and Adam at Down Home Motors has been known to carry everything from recent models to classic cars and trucks. In fact, Down Home Motors likes to buy, sell, and they'll even trade at Down Home Motors, 1044 North Main Street in Cave City. Jordan's number is 870-384-0206 and Adam at 870-371-0105.
Sonic of Cave City, 404 South Main is open from 6 a.m. until 11 p.m. 7 days a week. Sonic's menu features everything from burgers and chicken sandwiches to burritos, a variety of snacks, ice cream desserts, and Sonic serves breakfast all day. Not to mention their world-famous drinks. Sonic's app is found at www.sonicdrivein.com. 404 South Main in Cave City, Sonic Drive-In.
Caveman football.
Back here out of the Stark Stables Cakery Cafe halftime show, and Philip, I've said that wrong every day for the last 2 years. But we are here, 25 seconds or so left here in this halftime clock. And Philip, it's been all Cavemen mostly here in the first half.
Well, it was, and we ran and scored, and then they did, and then we did, and then they said, well, they wanted, we were tied, and they wanted to throw the ball, and it didn't work, and they kept on and kept on, and we adjusted our defense a little bit too, and then we took a really long drive to close out the half, an 84-yard drive, and took away the clock. And the last thing you want is to let them tie and then come out and start our third quarter with the ball and go get a lead on us. And so now they're going to get the ball in a moment, but we're up 30-14. And I think my comment was first team to 40 wins, and we'll see if that's going to be enough. I mean, if the half reverses, we're looking at 50-something to 50-something and hoping for a break. Let's just play some good defense and keep running the ball, and we're going to enjoy getting a win here in week 2. And, boy, just an eyelash away. And, again, I talked to some of the players today, and they were talking about the tendency that you're used to a field of a certain size, and you turn, and then, the cones are right there, and, they're not used to that. And they've actually looked pretty comfortable playing on the narrow field here tonight. You just get used to it. It becomes second nature to you. And so
true that, Philip.
And by the way, Abundant Life here, we're on the home side in a closed box, but they have a lot of people here, and most of them are in the concession stand line.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go. Cavemen kick it off, and that's a hard hit over there on the far side, but good job by the Cavemen to keep it contained near the 40. And Abundant Life's going to get first and 10 here. And let's see if their halftime talk was, well, maybe they didn't change anything. I don't know.
Yeah, they're spotting that ball on the 40, and I sure thought he went out closer to the 38. So I'm not too happy with the spot. But if we'll just stuff them 3 times and make them punt, it won't matter.
That's true. All right, here we go. First and 10, Abundant Life. We've got action. Here we go. Good snap. Wants to throw it quick. Oh, my goodness. Complete to our friend Brandon Walker, and he's made us miss twice, 3 times now. We've got to do something. That's 4. Philip, he may be all the way if we don't stop him at the 15, and we do.
Yeah, that was 8-man football all the way. I mean, he just had – normally there's a couple of other guys there to fill some gaps and chase him down, and in this case – and, again, the throws were not as deep. It was an underneath out route, and then he made the first guy miss. And Walker can do that. He's really fast, and he and the quarterback are their 2 best, and they got that ball out in the flat. And that's what you do. You get your best guy the ball in open space, and the problem is it was too quick.
Clock moving. It's first and 10 at the 12. Cave City 12. Throws it deep to the end zone, and, touchdown Owls. And Philip, I've got to say that the throws are better now.
Yeah, a halftime adjustment, and
was hoping
a good throw there, and I didn't see who made the catch, but he went up high. And, again,
it was Brandon Walker.
It was Walker, and he was behind our defense, and we had some of that, and we got away with it in the first half. And, again, we've got to keep those guys in front of us. You've got to pivot. You can't backpedal. You backpedal too many steps. You got to pivot and get into a full forward run downfield to play defense. So they'll go for 2.
30-20, your score now before the 2-point conversion try. Almost had him in the backfield, but we can't get to him close enough. Quarterback keeper, and that's Jacob Townsend scores, and it's 30-22 now. We've got to do a little better job containing. It's almost like we just wasn't ready for the passes.
Well, and you know what, too? You sit in the end zone for the entire second half. They warmed up for a few minutes, but, I mean, you got to come out and play 2 more quarters. The game wasn't over, and they came out looking really ready to go and just caught us off balance with that big, long play. But, we can come back and answer. We still have the lead. Let's just get another 8-minute drive and take the wind out of their sails.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, defense may give that up, but we still got offense to play here, so got a long time to do it.
Your comment at the start of the game was there tends to be lots of touchdowns in 8-man too, and so if you're our guys, who's still learning this, you got to know it's just up and down game, and you just got to bounce back and go get yours.
That's right. 11:06 to play in the third quarter. It's 30-22 right now. Abundant Life trails our Cavemen by 8. Here we go. Ball's placed on the tee.
Those front 3-4 guys at the 50 better watch for the squib kick, because they would like to get the ball and just keep it again.
Here we go. Kick on the way, and it's going to be a deep shot. Oh, my. Atlanta, that went a long way. Fielded near the 7. We're going to run it this way. Is that Christian West? It is, and he's going to get to the 40, all the way to the 43-yard line. And a great job there by the Cavemen on the return. And we talked about that in the pregame show. Coach Cody and I was those returns last week went for the opportunity to have a big gain is there. He said an 8-man, and we did a lot of those last week.
And, we've not seen West either run or catch a ball, and he's clearly he had that head up high, and he ran straight up the middle. He wasn't shying away from contact or changing his lane because he saw somebody. He just said, I'm going to go straight ahead till they get me. That's the mark of a good return man, Christian West.
That's right. Took about 8 seconds off with that run. Did a good job.
Yeah.
Caveman in formation. That's Johnson in the gun. Here we go. Dakota Barnett is the center. He will snap the ball now. Johnson, we got a false start.
Yeah, and you think about a team that wants that winning feeling, and, you got a halftime lead.
No, wait a minute. That's 9 men on the field.
Oh, they sure did. That's not their first time, is it?
Nope, that's twice.
Yeah.
And they've been playing 8-man for 6-7 seasons, the guy told us today.
It's just high school kids.
Sometimes
somebody forgot to come out after the kick return or something, and somebody's got to be counting on the sideline all the time, and somebody's got to have that job.
I thought it was a false start the way we moved.
Well,
but
me too,
it wasn't,
and throwing it at the snap. But when the ball went live, that's when the penalty became a penalty, and so it's a penalty.
Yep, penalty. We'll take it. It's against them.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty, so 1st and 5. You don't hear that very often, but you do.
That's great for us.
I love it. Boy, I love how close they line up on the 8-man defensive side. Lopez goes to the left, and he's going to get a yard for 2nd down.
Yeah, and he's a little slow to get up. But Lopez does a nice job of turning upfield at the contact. He doesn't let the contact push him outside or backwards, and he's got a leg cramp. And again, it's, warm for these guys. And, again, early season, and you're trying to get conditioning even now still built up. And, you can see these show up in the second half. So an injury timeout as Lopez has 2 leg cramps. They got both legs up trying to stretch out those. Man, if you've ever had both legs cramp at the same time, it is the pits.
You speak from experience.
I've been there, and it is awful. When you got one good leg, you can get up and start hobbling and shake it off. But when you can't use either leg, it is just the pits. And Lopez is feeling it right now.
So what you're saying is, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. We'll keep it right here for this. Man, Philip, this has been an exciting game tonight.
Lots of fun, and got a good crowd on this side. But man, we've got a bunch of people over there, and probably they're all thinking they're going to beat Kenny Wilson to the Waffle House as soon as the game is over. Kenny spotted that sign in the pregame.
He's on it. I'm going to tell you right now.
It's hash browns. What do you put on your hash browns, Kenny?
Onions.
Ketchup?
No, he don't.
Onions on your hash brown?
He hates ketchup.
That's un-American.
Well, no, wait a minute.
Onions on a hash brown?
Any kind of onion's good on anything.
Oh,
breakfast,
well, okay.
Except waffles.
Hey, let's play. We're playing.
All right, got Lopez off the field. Dawson's going to take it himself. Gets around the outside, lowers his shoulder to the 45. Ball come out, I guess, for a second, but I think we'll just retain possession.
We can't hear the whistles up here. His progress was stopped, and they're calling that
first down.
Oh, they're saying move the chains. I'm watching that side judge, and I thought he's pointing the other way, but he's waving the chains ahead for the first down.
I'm glad you can see the side judge because he's kind of like a little blob, a little blur down there to me. I just, he's a long way away.
He's way over there. I spent a lot of money on these glasses, man. They're great.
Christian West, the lone receiver to the near side. We see him in action here now. Maybe we'll get a little throw to Christian West. I'm not predicting the future. I'm just guessing.
He showed some good speed on that kick return. Let's get him the ball out in space.
He is fast. Good snap. Dawson runs left side, now cuts up back to midfield, or excuse me, middle of the field, and that's going to be a gain of 6.
Yeah, again, staying in those lanes and keeping the ball between the hashes and just charging upfield and just get a few, move the chains, get a few. Don't let them have the ball for a while, especially when a team scores as quickly as Abundant Life. You don't want them to get the ball back just right away and let them start really building rhythm. So let's go get another score and keep the pressure on them.
Here we go. Caveman set. Defense really encroached on that one, and that's going to be offsides, and they'll send it
You know,
5
it
more
is,
yards. First down.
It is a skill to flick that flag out from behind your belt in the blink of an eye when you see a penalty, man.
I feel like I'd be really good at it.
These guys have clearly practiced at home because, man, that line judge, and he's on our side of the field, even though the guy that jumped was on our side. He's on the far side. And, I mean, he flipped that flag out there in a blink.
So do you stand in front of your mirror at home and practice that?
How do you work on that?
Being honest.
Ask your wife, honey, catch his flag. Yeah.
Catch his flag.
Catch his flag.
First and 10 Cavemen on the that doesn't matter where they're at right now. There's a flag. That's a horse collar if I've ever seen it, or a face mask.
Yeah, they grabbed him up high. And you know, again, so you're just playing football sometimes. You just grab. And boy, we had a big guy run up the middle right there.
That was Tristan Wiles.
Yeah, Tristan's a strong fella, man, and he can run. And, again, we're doing a great job of staying in and taking the contact and moving forward after contact, and that's winning football.
Wiles will get it ahead after the penalty. He'll add a few
three
more.
Flags on them this drive.
Yep.
Right.
And that's good. They're going to spot it half the distance to the goal because we're at the 21 or so.
Man, he can just keep walking.
Yeah, just please keep doing that, sir. He's
He's
counting
down
it,
to
though,
12.
while he's doing it. He's going.
Yeah.
And we'll swap over to that view there.
You know, there are some games where you just really think that these referees just hold their flag in their hand all the time because they're just ready to fling it. But they're tucking them behind those belts, man, but they can come out.
All right, Caveman got a first and 10 from the 12. We got a chance if they need to go 3 downs for a first down and then score. Dawson's going to go this side. Nobody was looking for it but us, and Dawson gets down to the 5, and he'll be down. They're going to say sideline's going to give him the 5 on the far side, and that'll be second and really short. Nope, they're going to move him back to the 6.
Yeah, the near side line judge. The line judge opposite the offensive team sideline is the one responsible for calling the spot. So this guy was on the 6, and that was where the ball goes.
Good call. Good call. Good spot, though. It's a good 6-yard gain.
We're fine. Second down and short, and we're moving the ball, and we've got the spread field with the receivers right now.
Just about had 2 wide open receivers.
Yeah.
Defense finally got there. Wiles goes through. He's still on his feet. Moving, stretching ahead. He's got the first down for first and goal at the 2-yard line, and my goodness, that's what you want to see.
Boy, we've really played the power run game well. And how about this drive? We started at our 43 thanks to the Christian West return.
Yep.
And then we've used up 4 minutes on the clock already, and plus some. And we're about to score and go back up 2 scores. And that's how you answer a team that scores on you quickly, is you grind the ball and burn clock and get that touchdown back.
30-22 your score right now. Cavemen lead it by 8. We're trying to extend that to 2 touchdowns with this run right here by Johnson. Oh, he gets stuffed as he's hit, but they've called it. They blew it dead immediately. It's offsides on the defense. They're lining up offsides.
They're feeling the pressure right now, and they're just trying to get a jump on us because we're winning the line of scrimmage.
So if you're at the 2 and you get offsides, they're going to move the ball to the 1. And if you're at the 1 and you go offsides, it's the half. And that's just simple math for you from our statistician, Kenny Wilson.
All those Houston Case fans learned that in Houston Case's math class back in the late 70s,
Case.
early 80s.
Kenny had Gary Johnson, so there's your name.
I had business math with Gary Johnson.
That's a lot of math.
Too much math. It's too much.
And
get in there.
Left side, and there's a flag coming from the back of the end zone, but Dawson got in. We'll see what the flag's about because it was a fast-throwing flag.
It's a hold, and Trago had his hands up protesting, so I think they're going to call him for the hold.
Well, that's unfortunate for
Wipes
us.
out our touchdown, but we still have the ball, and it's still first and goal, and we're going to be
from the 10.
Yeah.
11. Well, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey, it's just is what it is. 30-22 your score. 6:37 to play in the third.
Yeah.
The third quarter is always the loneliest one, it feels like. I just heard somebody from the home team yell, "Come on, ref." I don't know what that's about, but it was from this side.
Well, he started the clock, and technically the clock starts at the snap of the ball, unless it's
True.
different for 8-man, and I'll plead.
We're just going to have to go find an 8-man rule
We're just
book.
going to have to find out. You would think those things wouldn't change, but they don't want that clock ticking away because they're down.
Good snap. Johnson takes a little tumble at the 8.
He slipped.
Or excuse me, at the
Kept his
12.
footing, yeah.
But he still got down to the 6 again. So we're back at the 6. We got a home game next week, and we probably need to figure out some of these rules for our score guys.
Well, you do. I won't be on the radio next week.
Well, I'll be in. I'm talking about our scoreboard guys. They may need to know that.
Well, and why there's no play clock. We've not had a play clock. But, again, there's different divisions of 8-man, and so Marshall may have some slightly different rules.
Well, Marshall is in our unsanctioned area. They're 3A.
Yeah.
So Abundant Life, I think, is what, 2A? So
yeah, and they're in their conference is only.
Well, see, they keep
Christian
trying
schools.
to tell the play clock to reset. You watch through the official, but
They're signaling it, and it's just not happening.
it's just not happening.
And most of the time, play clock doesn't even come into play. Most of the time,
Dawson
unless
goes
you're trying
right
to run
side,
clock.
and he's close, but he's going to be
Yeah.
at the 1 again, and it's 3rd and goal.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're up 2 scores with 3 minutes to go and you're trying to run that play clock down every play,
It's
it
important.
matters. But a lot of the percentage of the game, it just doesn't. Guys get up and just run the play. They're not looking at it.
What's that? Whose line is it anyway? Where the
So we're right back down to the 1, but it's 3rd down.
Points don't matter there. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like we don't know what the rules are, but right now we're just playing along.
That's
We're just
right.
glad we're playing football. Johnson's got 2 beside him. Wiles to the left, and somebody to the right is number 1, whoever that is, and Tristan Wiles got the handoff, and he's in for the touchdown. Wiles is in, no flag thrown. I wish I knew who number 1 was.
For us,
Yeah.
I'm confident that's Junior Crocker.
It's got to be for number-wise because he's the only one not on the roster, but he ain't took his helmet off, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to think if I saw him today. They had their jerseys on. They've maintained the high-fiving the kids as they get off the bus tradition.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
I like seeing those 5th graders with their football jerseys on today.
Yeah, they wore them this morning.
This morning to school. They got a big game in the morning. Jackson Ragsdale, one of my neighbor dudes, he's playing football tomorrow. Good for him.
I had quite a few on the bus today, too.
Yeah.
They love it. We pull in there, and they're going, football team's here, and I
Yeah.
love that. Dawson, keeper, gets pancaked in the middle, and that's going to be no good on the 2-point conversion try. So it'll stay 36-22 with 4:39 to play in the third quarter. We're going to be back in 30 seconds on Caveman Radio 89.9.
Cave City Pharmacy, your local good neighbor pharmacy, 301 South Main. Cave City Pharmacy now carries Melissa and Doug toys, case knives, and Christian gift items in store. Jenny Davis and her staff can be reached at 283-5589 for all of your prescription needs. Cave City Pharmacy, open 8:30 to 5:30 weekdays. Most insurance providers are accepted. Proud supporters of Cave City Athletics, Cave City Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, 301 South Main in Cave City.
Cave City High School Football.
Me too.
All right, we got the yawns out of the way. It's 36-22. What time did you get up this morning?
5:40 a.m. I think is when I get up most of the time.
I think I got up at 5:30 because my alarm, I had to drive a super long evening shade route today, and I had to get up early.
My hard-working wife is up by 5 every day soon, maybe a little before 5.
That's where she's getting the $100 she gave me to load
Yeah,
you
but
today.
just get off it.
We're going to use that all night, buddy.
She should, too. I wouldn't blame her a bit for doing it. But, yeah, she's up. And, hey, those custodians are at school by 6 a.m. all summer. I mean, those guys get up early. And they get in there and they do a job that a lot of people wouldn't do. We salute our custodians.
We do. Bless
Right
them.
here on Caveman Radio tonight.
Good.
His knee was down.
It was
good
down
call.
at the 34.
Yeah, I'm sorry I got carried away.
You're fine. Hey, you pointed it out before I could get my words out.
The line judge may have heard me up here.
Well, you did yell it pretty loud. Our statistician had to hide under the under the table here because it was scared him.
Yeah, it's just not like me.
And ain't nothing scares Kenny Wilson, but that did. So Only thing
ketchup on hash browns.
That scares him. The only other thing that really scares him is Cubs losing. So,
yeah.
Hey, I'm ready for another World Series championship. I'm just saying.
That would be pretty cool. And you know what I'd do? I'd run that parade all the way to St. Louis.
I was just fixing to say that. Totally. They always want to talk about their last one in 2011. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Quarterback wants to throw, and he's got a man, but it hits the Caveman. We intercept it. We intercepted at the 40. Oh, flag's coming. Of course it is. We get it to the 36-yard line.
That was Gavin Sams with the pick, and the flag was after the interception. So.
Right. That's what I was afraid of. I wonder if it was. Well, we don't know what. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, we'll check the penalty. But there wasn't any pass interference, and they threw it after he started running back. So unless we held the receiver
or blocked in the back.
We had two defenders by the receiver, so we could have held on the interception return. But I'm watching those guys, and they're all straight up running down the field. So I don't know why they called. There's no flag. That's
waving it off. Maybe he saw something he thought he saw and decided to pull it back out.
And you know what? Get together and talk about it. Hey, did I see this? And they're going to say no. Our angle says no, and that's good officiating. Their coach doesn't like it, but
so the throw ricochets off the intended receiver is how that come to play, and it bounced up, and Caleb was just happened to be, or Gavin just happened to be right there. And it's kind of like Dakota Barnett's reception there before halftime. It just happened.
Yeah, well, that's high school football, and that's why you just keep playing because you get the unexpected. And so we've pushed our advantage, right? They had serve coming out of halftime, and they scored, bang, and then we answered, and now we forced the turnover. They've had a turnover on downs and an interception. We have no turnovers. And we're up 2 scores. That tells you all you need to know.
There you go. Snap. Handoff this side. That's going to be Lopez. He's back in the game. And he'll get it down here to the 33-yard line. Good to see him running back again.
So let's see if Abundant Life keeps their heads up or if we start really controlling the line. Because running teams can really wear you down physically, but it's the mental stress of constantly getting beaten physically at the line of scrimmage. And we've done that in the game. And are they going to keep holding, or are we going to start getting bigger and bigger runs? Clock is still running, and we like that.
Carlino, Trago, Sutterfield, and Barnett on the line. Here we go. Good snap. Fake the handoff. Dawson's going to go left side. He shakes a man, jukes another. He's at the 20, and he's at 25. Sorry, he's not 25. He's at the 5. I was trying to say the 10, and Philip, I don't know what happened there. I think I lost my brain.
Yeah.
But he's at the 5.
It's in metrics, he would be at the 25.
Thank you.
In yards, he's at looks like the 6. And honestly, I was watching for flags back up field. I just thought they would throw one for who knows why, and so I didn't see the tail end. But he just kept his feet moving, and first and goal.
3:18 on the third quarter clocks, 36-22. Caveman threatening here, first and goal from the 6.
I said first one to 40, he's probably going to win. And if we score right now, we're up over 40.
There you go. Handoff goes to Wiles. He powers his way to the end zone, but he's going to be short.
Yeah.
And he was down already, so short at the 1.
Yeah. And, again, that run wasn't quite that easy in the first half, and we got it that time. And we're wearing them down, and they're getting stressed because they're behind. And they see us as a bigger school, bigger opponent, coming down here out of the 4A and coming out of 11-man football. And so they were excited to play Cave City tonight, and we've given them a pretty good ball game.
A little bit to think about anyway, yeah.
Yep.
So 36-22, your score, Caveman. We're on the 1, and Dawson's going to get a little push from behind from Wiles, and he's in for the touchdown. And the Caveman got another one here at 2:22 left. Here in the third quarter, that brings your score all the way to 42-22, 20-point lead here.
That is a fun football game going on in front of us tonight.
I'm having a blast.
Yeah.
I know I don't sound like it, but after you call 2 football games, you kind of get tired. But I'm having a blast.
Yeah, this is
and I'm glad you're here. That's something about you being here. We play better.
Yeah.
Remember Truman?
I was with volleyball the other night, and we won the first game, and I went to the restroom and came back, and we were down like 7 points, and I thought, I can't leave.
Yeah, don't
can't
do that
leave the room.
again.
And, it's hard for volleyball senior how to play on the road. They
Pass
go and sit.
On the 2-point conversion try, and it's good. Lopez got it, and it's 44-22. Didn't mean to kind of throw that in there, but yeah, Philip. By the way, appreciate you helping out and doing that because Coach Elms, you know, she's going to have a little one here pretty soon.
Isn't that great? Great for her,
So,
and
we're proud of her.
Tax deduction she's going to get now.
Philip, only you, man, only you.
And me and every other parent that files a tax return, dude. So good for her. But again, well, my point actually was that when you ride a bus 2.5 hours to, say, Bergman,
oh gosh,
and then you sit for about 2 hours and then go out and play volleyball, that is hard to do.
Yes,
it's hard to shake that off. Basketball, you don't maybe wait quite that long, but you can wait. If it's a 3-game night, it's a 4-game night. And
you're there all night.
You're up there, and now if you have 2 buses, you can split it and reduce time, and on we go. But it's hard for volleyball to shake it off and play on the road. And so they had Valley Springs at home last night, and they had the 2.5-hour bus ride, and our girls got the win. And we'll be going up there in a couple of weeks, and let's see how we do up there. And our Cave women, I think 2-1 this season with a win and a loss in conference play. And man, that's the way to go right there.
That's right. Here we go. Cavemen have it. Ball. Who is number 7? That's what we also need to figure out who. That's number 2. That's Gavin. They got a flag already. Delay of game.
How do they know when they won't run the play clock?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Their play clock fellow must have called in sick tonight or something.
Well, it operated for a little while, and then it just kind of
quit, they're not. Maybe I don't know.
Well, regardless, we got to delay a game. Had to move it back 5 yards. So we're at the 35 now, and we'll see if we can catch another.
There's been plenty of plays tonight that I think they should have been calling probably that and didn't just let it because it's whatever. But
Jacob Townsend's going to field it, and he's going to field it right at the 40 and run out of bounds immediately, so he ain't tackled because he is the quarterback and probably needs to stay kind of fresh there.
Yeah, now they wanted to throw. You know, they ran the ball the first couple of times, and we were even, and then they started throwing the ball, and we pulled ahead. But now they need to throw.
Yeah.
Because they're down 22 points with 1 quarter plus 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. They've got to throw.
Cheerleaders are cheering themselves to just doing a great job over there. By the way,
yeah,
we're not in front of. Whoa, my goodness,
goes.
That is that's another handoff, Brandon Walker, and he's gone.
That's the thing. They can score in a heartbeat. We've got the best answer, you know, and that was a 60-yard run.
Yes, yeah, from the 40. The clock is running right now.
Yeah, I don't.
Stop. They got it stopped.
Yeah. Let it run.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I was just saying the clock was running, and I don't see any flags back here, so it's 44 to 28 now.
3, 4 touchdowns for Brandon Walker.
That's a lot.
Yeah. That's all 4, isn't it? Let me look back at my notes. See, he has all 4 of their touchdowns. Yeah. Yep.
All right, they're going for 2. It's 44-28. Cavemen lead.
And that's why you got to keep playing, because if we go out and 3 and out, they're going to come back. They could do that again.
Run again, and we got him behind, and that's going to be no good by a long shot. So the Cavemen do justice there, or stay ahead 44-28. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Cave City High School football and KVMN and Cave City Athletics.
Since 1997, First Community Bank has been serving our community and helping it grow. First Community Bank understands what it takes to help customers reach their financial goals and exceed those expectations. Neighbors helping neighbors and putting you first. The bank that sees this area as their community and they want to be here for you. Where community comes first. First Community Bank, member FDIC.
Caveman football.
That's right. It is close to the top of the hour, so we'll remind you to listen to KVMN, Cave City, Arkansas, 89.9 FM. Your home for Cave City High School sports and all other activities in case something's going on. So, not Marshall, Abundant Life on the field, and they trail our Cavemen 44-28. Cavemen looking
good.
good.
Who Marshall's playing tonight?
Well, you know, I forgot to look at any of that stuff yet.
Yeah,
tonight
they're playing tonight.
Kind of forgot.
Yeah.
It's the first time in a long time I've not looked at the Fearless Friday boards to see what our conference is doing, but can't do that right now.
Yeah.
There's a little squibber onside attempt, and it's going to go out of bounds, and we'll just take it over there at there's the free kick out of bounds because nobody touched it.
Yeah, we dodged a bullet there. Brian Payton had it. Did it go off his leg and out? I guess not. Or
No, it never touched him.
Yeah, and had it. I mean, or it kicks the wrong way if it doesn't.
Right.
Because, boy, he wasn't ready for that ball, was he? It caught him by surprise and missed him and went out of bounds. And lucky break maybe for us.
It's like you get one of those spray nozzles for your garden hose, and you put it on a setting, and when you pull the trigger, it missed.
Yeah.
The jokes write themselves, boys. I've got a bunch of middle schoolers that would roll their eyes and say your dad jokes are not funny. So, it is what it is.
Hey, what has 5 toes but it's not your foot?
Your foot?
My foot. You're welcome.
That's pretty good, actually. Here we go. Minute 57 to play in the third. It's going to be a handoff to Wiles, and he's going to get to the 45. And he's still on his feet to the 42. What are you, Tristan, go, man. That's awesome.
He ran into a pile. It pushed him back, and he just stepped to his right and kept going, got another 3-4 yards. And, man, that's how you do first down right there. We like it. And the clock is running. We're going to wrap up this third quarter here in about 2 more plays with a 16-point lead and possession of the ball. And we're in the driver's seat here.
I just don't want to see any more flags, you know.
Yeah, we've got to tighten up our holds and in particular.
Here we go. Snap. Quarterback going to get Johnson gets hit kind of early in the backfield, but he falls forward enough to get the first down. He gained 5 after he was hit. That was a good job by Dawson.
Yeah, we really ran the inside power game so well tonight, and our ball handlers, Johnson, who has 2 touchdowns, and Lopez with 2 touchdowns, and Wiles with a touchdown. And I feel like I'm missing. Somebody's got more. I've lost count here. We've got so many, 44 points on the board. And it just staying inside, run inside. And then when they overcommit and you bounce one out, and that's when we saw Lopez go 57 yards, and we saw Johnson go 77.
First and 10, Cavemen on the Abundant Life 38, and that's a good handoff there to Nick Lopez, and he's going to fall forward for about 6 yards again with 38 seconds left in the third.
Yeah, and we're burning half a minute every play too. In Abundant Life, that's making them nervous because they need the ball and a stop, and they're not getting either.
Second and about 5. Somebody's screaming down there. That's the cheerleaders for Abundant Life, I guess.
They're doing something over here to our left, and they've got about 15 students there. They got a little pep squad going down there.
Good handoff and bad read for the defense because Dawson Johnson runs to the left side, and he's going to get all the way to the first down marker. I think he's short by a few inches.
Yeah, and I'm watching for that spot. Now, I feel like it's half a yard shy of where it should have been. I thought we were close, but our quarter's over.
And that's the end of your third quarter. Cavemen lead it going into the final frame, 44-28. We're back in 1 minute on Caveman Radio 89.9.
Main Street Outlet Store, 1104 North Main Street in Cave City is stocked with everything from house and homewares to tools and everything in between. They carry closeouts, stock overruns, and discount merchandise that includes everything from lawnmowers to candy. Main Street Outlet Store has new merchandise arriving all the time. 870-613-0532 is the number for Main Street Outlet Store, 1104 North Main in Cave City.
Doyle Family Dental Services in Cave City strives to create an experience and atmosphere that is relaxing while taking care of their patients' dental needs. Although they are working on a new location for West Center Street, right now you'll find them at 316 North Main, Suite B in Cave City. The number for Doyle Family Dentistry is 870-916-2315. That's 870-916-2315. Doyle Family Dentistry is ready to serve you and your family.
Cave City High School Football.
Back here in the home of the Titans, Jacksonville, Arkansas, Jacksonville High School, Abundant Life Owls. There's who is taking this home field tonight. And
boy, can you imagine going to a high school as big? I mean, it's just an amazing complex they've got down here. And I would love to know how many students they have per grade here at Jacksonville High School. Probably
too many?
400 or more. I think they're a Class 6A, so they're big. And can you imagine one grade as big as Cave City High School, just one grade? And the building they've got behind us there, and multiple floors, and man, that's a lot going on.
Handoff Wiles runs it up the middle. Is going to get the first down and stopped near the 24-yard line. But a good job by Tristan.
Man, it's just great. You get the lead, run the ball, run the clock, control the tempo, control the line of scrimmage. And it's the oldest way to win football, and it still works. And Cave City's done it tonight.
44-28, your score, Caveman. Clock stopped for the first down movement. Now it starts again, 11:50 to play in the game. Barring a tie.
And we've rotated our backs. You know, Wiles is there sometimes, and Lopez is there sometimes, and Johnson runs sometimes. And so we've mixed up our ball carriers, and it's paid off.
Lopez that side, and he gets wrapped up behind the line, and he'll lose about 4. And
that was
couldn't get around.
Some kind of a read option there. Johnson had a way he jumped after he handed the ball off, made me wonder. But that's the first time that they've beaten their line of scrimmage defensively since the second quarter, probably. They don't usually get into our backfield like that. But we just keep on. It's still second down is all, and that clock is running.
44-28 your score. Dakota Barnett on the ball. He's the center. Christian West, the lone man to the near side. Wiles in the backfield. No, it's Lopez in the backfield with Johnson. Here we go. Tristan to his left of that. Dawson going to keep it himself. Gets through a few defenders. Now runs through the 25, now the 20. And he's going to get a lot of that yardage back and then plus quite a few.
2 players wrapped him up, and he pushed for 6 more yards after they had him wrapped up. We're just the stronger team. You know, they got a guy maybe faster than all of our guys, but we're the stronger team tonight, and we played to that offensively, and it's got 44 points on our side of the scoreboard.
That's what Coach Cody said about tonight. He said, look, Abundant Life's faster than us, but we're stronger and bigger. And he said that's going to come down to that. And I was like, hey, man, I'm here for it. So
we just got to finish out. 10 minutes to go.
That's right. Dawson.
It's kind of handy when there's no play clock. I mean, take all day, man. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? They could be tracking that on the sideline, and normally
Wiles
gets
stood up, picked up, thrown down, but he's going to get a lot of forward progress to the 17.
Yeah, I think it's the white hat's job to let a quarterback know if the play clock is at a certain point if they're going to keep it on the field. Usually he signals to the offense, I think, somehow, and that's his job.
See Seth Wilson out there. I was trying to catch some of those numbers.
And it's 4th down and 4, I think, from inside the 20. And, boy, big decision because, again, they've scored twice in the half and did it in the blink of an eye. And even from there, you know, you just don't want to give them the ball back yet. And we're thinking, and the clock is running, and we're going to go for it. No place kicker, right, on this roster.
That we know of, But I know Junior can kick it, but I don't know if he can kick it from 40 yards out.
That would be we're going to call timeout.
We're calling timeout. We let the clock go down as much as we could. 9:07 to play here in the game. 44-28 your score. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. Be back to bring you the rest of this fourth quarter right after this. It's Caveman Football and KVMN.
Michael Stanley is a master electrician and serves Cave City and the surrounding area. Stanley Electric is available for new construction, remodeling projects, fixture installation. Michael Stanley with Stanley Electric is licensed and insured, offers free estimates, and will even make service calls. For prompt, honest, and knowledgeable electrical work, Stanley Electric of Cave City is available. Michael's number is 870-995-0172.
Caveman Football.
Back here in the cave, and not the cave, I'm so sorry, we're in Titanville. It's been a good night for football, Phil.
Well, it is Junior Cavemen with a good win down here on the road, and they played good football tonight too, and we're happy for them. And, you know, they got to like playing on Friday night. I mean, you know, Thursday night's the thing with 11 man, and I don't know, I guess it's fine to play them both on one night, but
it's going to have to be.
I think they like it. I think they like it. I think it's fun for them. And, you know, the one thing is they don't have to get up and go to school the next day now.
That's right.
They can sleep in tomorrow morning, and after a football game, that might be handy. And so that's the one thing about junior high is you got to get up and go to school the next day. And these senior high, you know, would not, of course, when you play on Friday night. So they get to enjoy that and the bigger crowds because of the 2 games. And
there you go. Dawson
He's got
hesitated, and he had to go through everybody, but that was designed to be that way, and he got the first down on the 4th and 4. I think everybody else was selling out for the handoff, and Dawson, he paused, took off.
And he may have read something, but you just let him follow those backs. You know, they're watching Lopez and Wiles maybe looking at the outside runs, and, boy, big lane up the middle. And one guy grabbed Johnson and got him down, or he was going to score. Yep. I mean, the middle was completely vacated by their defense all the way to the goal line.
44-28 your score, 8.5 to go in the game. Excuse me. Dawson in gun formation. Good snap there by Dakota. That's going to be a little, outlet. I don't think, was Nick, did he catch it or was it called incomplete? I think it was called incomplete.
Or he caught it and lost a yard. I thought the line judge stepped back to the 9.
Well,
2nd and goal from the 9.
Well, we were at the 9.
So it was just a no gain.
Yeah.
Or incomplete. It's the same difference, isn't it?
Well, the clock is stopped, so it must have been incomplete.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting when they start and stop that clock. It's anybody's guess here, isn't it?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Johnson, we'll try it again. 2 backs with him. Lopez and Wiles. Wiles gets the handoff. He gets through the line and then some. And he's close to the 3-yard line, and that's going to be 3rd down and goal.
36 points last week. A 2-point conversion would have gotten us into overtime at Marshall. And tonight we are 2 yards away from having 50 points on the scoreboard. That's pretty awesome.
Gotcha. Yes. Yes, it is, and we're going to count down more this time as much as possible. Take our time.
It's on the 3-yard line. I misspoke. I apologize.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Make sure our statistician's still here. Keeper for Dawson, and he's in by a little bit, but he is in. Touchdown Caveman. That's going to be 50-28. Phillip, you said 40, and I'm going to go 50.
Yeah, I said first one to 40 was going to win, and that looks like it's going to hold up. But, again, we were just back and forth in the first half, and then they start throwing the ball, and they weren't connecting, and they turned over on downs, and then we punt, and we scored, and we got ahead of them. And then we came out, and the interception in the third quarter allowed us to push that margin out by another touchdown, and then we've held that gap the rest of the game.
Not going to lie about it. It's been quite a while since I've seen 50 on our side of the scoreboard. Pitch out on the option, and Nick's going to get in. He's so quick that he got the corner, and Nick Lopez for the 2-point conversion, and that'll be 52-28.
52 points on the
Go
board. And
Caveman.
we've still got 7 minutes to go.
I know, right?
I mean, depending on what they do with the ball, we can expect another possession. And you can't even – it's high school football. You can't really let up. So, we'll get the ball at least one more time here before we're done. And so we'll get to keep running plays, and we may get to 60 if we can score in 2-point conversion. That'd be pretty slick, man.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
7.5 to play in the game. Button Life's on the field ready to go, and we're going to just keep it here and wait for them as we go. Phillip Landers and Justin Wilson again. It's been a while, Phillip.
Yeah, it is. And I feel like this ink pen I'm using, it's running out of ink.
Well, that's a good.
You know
at least it's running out of ink on us.
Yeah. Is that your pen, Kenny? Is this your pen?
Oh, don't run him out of ink now. The guy has his own pens with his name on it.
Is that what it says? His name's National General. Okay.
Well, he is the national
It is
general.
now. You are now.
He's the national general of the Wilson household. I'll just say that. So there's a high kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 34 by none other than the quarterback himself. He's going to get tackled.
Fumble.
Ball's out. Who's got it? It looks like we don't have it. But, hey, still good job by the Cavemen to get there quick, and they're going to keep possession. But that is Jacob Townsend on the return, and he could not hold on to it. And you got to feel for the guy, you know.
Well, he's trying to make a play because they got to break some long ones and quick, and then they got to stop us, which they haven't done, right? We've got one punt tonight, and then we ran out in the second quarter with a possession, and that's it. We've scored every other possession tonight. And, man, it's hard to lose when you score every time, man.
It's true. Here we go, 52-28, your score, Caveman, pretty handily here with the lead. If my math's correct, that's 24. Handoff goes near side. That's going to be to none other than Brandon Walker, and he's going to get across the 50 to the 46, 5-4. They'll mark him down first down, but that's going to keep the clock moving because they'll reset the chains and move it.
Our guys got over there and turned him back to the inside where the teammates came to help out. So you got Cole Wilson out there making a play in the secondary and Cameron Doyle coming over and helping finish off that run. And they moved the chains, but you know what? It wasn't 50 yards. It was 12. And we're under 7 to go now and clock running, so we're in great shape.
Cole Wilson, a second-generation Caveman football player. It's nice. We're starting to get some of those second generations in here already. I know, crazy, isn't it? Wants to air it out at the 32, but it's incomplete, falls short, and no good at all.
Yeah, the quarterback, he spun and faked the handoff, the old play-action pass, but what he did not do was get up straight and high and really step into his throw. He kind of back-footed it, and so he threw it out in front of his receiver and just enough short, and it would have been nearly a first down had he made a catch. If he catches it standing up, he could have turned upfield, and we might not have caught him. So, lucky break there.
Very lucky. Second and a long way. Ball's at the 44. Quarterback wants to keep it. He's got to scramble now. He just doesn't have a choice. What a run over. Tristan Wiles right over that defender. But a good stop there by the Cavemen at the 37. Who was
13
that?
And
that is Caleb Johns again. That's Caleb Johns.
Boy, he's made a lot of good plays, and that was a big one because, again, quarterback in open field, he's dangerous. And Tristan Wiles just ran over the running back who tried to block for their quarterback. Wiles just literally ran right through him.
That was a good job, Tristan Wiles. Tristan playing a little bit of both sides of the ball, but not a whole lot. They're running them in and out pretty quick. Pitch out goes near side to Walker, and we had him wrapped up at the 25, but he's going to sneak down to the 22, and we're going to help him up. Good job there by Caleb Johns. Or no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, they're moving
Cameron
the
Doyle.
chains and they're moving the ball, but, boy, we scored our touchdown. Well, I didn't write the time down. Shame on me. But they'd used up 2 minutes plus on this clock on this drive. And
it was like 7:07 or something like that.
Well, this pen's only working half the time now.
Our pen provider's mad. He just let out a big sigh. So 5:28 left in the game. It's 52-28. Wants to throw, and that's a false start if I've seen one. No, it's offsides. What? No way.
Defense.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Why throw a flag at 5 minutes to go in the game?
And what's bad is it stops the clock's the worst thing. I mean, we've got a 3-touchdown lead, so if they take 4 minutes and go score, well, they took 4 minutes off the clock, and that's still in our favor, and that's okay. But
it's going to move.
We don't need to help them out with penalties. We want the clock running.
Well,
and if they go score, so be it, because 8-man football is going to be up and down.
The worst part about that is they've been lining up offsides all night on defense, and they've only been caught a couple of times, and I didn't see us. Everybody's so close in 8-man. I don't know. I think there's a difference in the lineup. Throws it, tries to get it to the end zone, and the Cavemen, great job by number 2. That's Gavin Sams on the defense.
Yeah, excellent pass defense. Got up in the air and just batted that ball down, didn't he? Right at the
and turned
line.
around.
Yeah, he played that perfectly and deflected that ball. And pretty good throw by the quarterback. He put some touch on that, and we handled it.
Did the right thing that time to avoid the pass interference call. Turned around, looked for the ball, and then swatted it away. It actually hit his hand, and when he was swatting.
Yeah.
And good job there by.
But the clock stopped. We don't like that.
That's true. Switching on defense a little bit. Wants to throw it across the middle. It's going to be complete. Wow, what a good tackle by the Cavemen. That's going to be Gavin Sams again, but the pass is complete to Tice. That's the first one that Joshua Tice, I think, has caught tonight.
And Cameron Doyle gave a hit and took a hit at the same time. He's going to get up and shake that off. He's all right.
The Owls want to pass. Well, he is wide open over there on the left side, and that is Brandon Walker, and he's in for the touchdown. We had him contained by Junior Crockett, but got right past him when Junior made the tackle, tried to make the tackle. So, touchdown, Abundant Life. It is 52-34. I mean, They've tried to hang in it all night, but I think there's too much, too little now.
Well,
too little.
We turned the 2 turnovers into touchdowns and the punt, and that's why we're up. Because we've converted their mistakes. It's turnovers equal points on the other side almost all the time in football. And so otherwise, everybody scored all the time tonight, didn't they?
Walker gets the catch that time for the 2-point conversion, so it's 52-36 now. But the Cavemen still have a commanding lead here against the Abundant Life Owls. And you know what, Philip? Let's take a 30-second timeout. It's Caveman Radio 89.9. We're back in 30.
When the skies turned dark over Cave City, the storm it revealed its strength. In the wake of the EF3 tornado, the bank at Cave City didn't hesitate. Their team showed up, checking on and feeding neighbors, lending hands, and helping clear the path forward. It wasn't just about buildings and storm damage, it was about people. And when the town needed them most, the bank at Cave City team was there, steady, responsive, and ready. Whether it's cheering for Caveman activities or supporting local businesses through every season, the Bank of Cave City is proud to be a steady presence, rain or shine. Bank of Cave City, empowering hometowns no matter the weather.
Cave City High School football.
You bet. We're back here. I just said you bet to start. Why?
Hey, why not? Welcome back to Jacksonville High School, home of the Titans, with this
you bet
wonderful stadium, man. This is first class.
Beautiful place.
This track, and it can't be very old. It just looks like it's about 2 years old or a year. And really nice scoreboard to our left. I'm sure they run videos on there when their games are going. And what we like about the scoreboard is it says that we're leading 52-36.
Pretty fond of that myself, Phil.
With 4:38 to go and a squib kick, and we have got it. Hang on to that ball, 33.
There you go. Brian Payton will get tackled there at the 50. Excuse me, 40. 46, if I could talk, that'd be great. And
nice job by him because,
yes.
Man, again, they need us to bobble that kick. And those live kicks, you don't know. Man, he grabbed it. And he didn't just fall on it, which is usually the instinct. I mean, he tried to get upfield. And, good play by him. And now we have wonderful field position. The great thing about being on your own 20 is that you got 80 yards to use to burn up clock, as I talk about burning clock all the time. But
you've been quite persistent with it tonight, anyway.
I'm a fan.
I do like it. I do that in
so but the way we run the ball, we could use up most of the 4.5 minutes and not even get to the end zone.
4:32. It's 52-36. Caveman looking to. Well, I know they're looking to get in the end zone one more time to kind of seal this away.
Yeah.
Here we go. Dawson is in formation. He's got trips to the far side, and we'll see what happens. And he's going to run it himself. Here we go. Dawson up the middle. 45 down to the 43-yard line. That's a good enough for an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, you love that on first down, and they just overpower them. And good play by the defender. I mean, he had to take Johnson one-on-one because we had everybody else sealed off. And so there was no gang tackling on that play. That was one guy got our quarterback and got him down. And a good tackle by him, but it shows how well our line is played tonight.
4 minutes under now in this ball game. We can eat that up pretty quick. Ball's at the 44-yard line of the Owls, second and short here. Keeping it himself. Dawson gets to the outside, right side. Now he's got a one-man to beat, and the ball comes out when he drops to the ground. They're going to say he was down, though. Good job by the sideline judge.
And he was, and boy, he kind of just bends over and protects the football. And although it came out the end of that run, and he may have just kind of let it go because he was down. And we can't hear the whistles up here either, so it may have been blown dead, and he just lets it go. First down for us, and at 3:35 and clock moving, we're about to put this one away. And boy, they're going to celebrate really big, aren't they, when they get this win here in a minute?
Well, they have every right to do so.
Yeah.
Cumulatively from last week and this week.
Happy for our new coach, Coach Cody, coming in here and getting wins on junior high and senior high tonight.
Handoff goes to Caleb Johns again. He's going to get a good 5 yards or 6 out of it, across the 30 to the 27. That was a good run by Caleb Johns.
We've had a lot of good first down runs in this game tonight. Lots of second down and 3s and 4s. Just plays under 5. A lot of under 5 yard distance plays for first down. And that's how you play running football and move the chains. So we've got a timeout on the field. And I'm going to look back over the stat sheet here. Dawson Johnson, I got him at 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdowns. I've got Nick Lopez with 1, 2 touchdowns. I've got Tristan Wiles with a touchdown. And, boy, we've just really had a great game. And the defense, we've had, honestly, the big play to swing it was the interception at midfield there in the third quarter.
Oh, yeah, that was and broken. Didn't actually mean to do the interception, but it just kind of fell right into Gavin Sams. Yeah.
Gavin Sams, the ball was tipped, and he grabbed it. And, when you get a back-and-forth game, you've got to get a turnover. And we held them on downs back in the second quarter, and then the interception in the third quarter. And we had the ball first, and that's kind of and we're up 2 touchdowns right now, and it's the 2 turnovers that's kind of been the difference there.
Caveman didn't even need that whole time out. They're already on the field ready to go on offense here. So good thing we kept it here on that one because we'd have missed something, I'm sure. Usually if I don't make it back in time, it's usually when we make a big play. So
it's guaranteed.
Yeah. 3:05, clock will start now. Handoff Nick Lopez outside. He's going to get around the 20, and there's a flag from the sideline. He's going to be out of bounds at the 12, and we'll see about that.
And, you turn up the sideline at the sideline, but if you're still not picking up those cones, you can run out of bounds when maybe you should have turned up sooner. I mean, he's just charging up the field. He doesn't want to go out of bounds because you want the clock to run. So we got a good run there, but only 5 seconds went off the clock, and then the flag.
Be a hold on the offense. Could have predicted that one, I guess. 52-36 your score. Right at 3 minutes is where we're set at. Right at 3.
Yeah, second down, though, and maybe 8 for first down. And, we can use that. We'll just keep running the ball and running the clock. We're fine with that.
We'll take it. Clock started.
The clock before the snap. That's got to be an 8-man rule. That's not how we do it in 11-man, is it?
No. Trying to draw them off sides, and we do so, and good job on the hard count. Look at our line.
They called it on us.
No, they didn't.
I thought the line judge on the other side pointed at our direction as if it was our penalty.
No.
I watched him.
5 yards for us. We're back to second and short now.
Maybe his shoulder's hurting, and he just needed to wave that arm around.
That could be.
That's probably what it. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt since we're winning.
If we have to, we'll send Kenny down there to check on him.
Yeah.
Wind that clock, boys. 2:48, and we're counting.
Yeah, and again, what's our play clock and how much time? You want to run clock, and you also want to keep your rhythm. So when you're ready to snap, sometimes you just snap. And
Johnson gets the first down, and he's thrown out of bounds, and he's fine. But that was a kind of a hard tackle there for what was going on, but makes the clock moving because they didn't mark him out.
And it's a first down.
If they're not marking them out of bounds because of the lines, I don't know what the deal is.
Man, I'll confess I didn't read up, but there's clearly some different rules in clock management.
Yeah.
And again, these guys are in a different conference than say Marshall, and they may run it a little differently. I don't know that 8-man rules are universal, and just hard to say. But as long as it's running and we're winning, we can handle it.
Under 2 now, 52-36 to play. Cavemen lead. Good snap, handoff goes to Wiles. Going to run up the middle, and he's still moving. Still on his feet across the 15 down to about the 13, maybe even the 12. We'll check the spot. We're going to give him the 13, but a good job by Tristan Wiles to pick up 6.
You play hard at basketball. Basketball players play hard. So does soccer, any sport you want to name. But I don't know if any sport leaves you as exhausted at the end of a game like football. And, boy, when you are that exhausted and you won, it's just a feeling maybe different from the other sports. It's just that much better. And these guys are going to get to really feel that and enjoy that here in a minute and 10 seconds.
I feel the way they feel right now when I usually run anywhere. So 1:06 to play here in the game. We'll take a snap in now. Dawson. Looked like he kind of stumbled there and was unsure where he wanted to go, and he'll just get sacked for a loss of about a yard there at the 15.
Main thing is just don't drop the football and just step in there and take your hit, get down, get back up, and watch that clock run, get your play. One more, and I think we can line up and shake hands here. 52-36, man, we're going to get a big win.
Busy Bee MVP tonight. We got to have one. We had junior high was River Hill this week. Last week it was Dawson Johnson and Ed Thompson.
Yeah, I
what
mean,
do we think?
You know, it's when you get one of these high-scoring games and you say, who do we go? Because so many guys made so many plays, and, you know, we often talk about who's got the ball. And it's the guys on the line that made it all go because of the power running game. And, boy, we just had lanes to run and guys only having to beat maybe one guy. And there's a snap and a knee by our quarterback, and they're going to line up and shake hands. The game is over.
Cavemen win it.
Great win, 52-36. And, I mean, man, I know you want me to give you a vote, and I feel guilty because when I pick one, that's two I've left out that we could have voted for. And so who'd you say was last week?
Dawson was last week.
Dawson was last week. I'll tell you.
That narrows it down a little bit for you.
Nick Lopez had, what did he say? What did I say? 2 touchdowns for him, 1, 2 touchdowns. And the a lot of guys made defensive plays, but Lopez had those 2 big touchdowns and some other runs to move the chains. Man, you could vote for him. Tristan Wiles had, in the second half, he anchored the power running game. I don't know how many yards he had, but the clock moving and just keeping on getting into the end zone every play. And so, boy, you could just whoever, you like.
You could go with a handful, honestly. I mean, yeah like you're saying. I think, boy, this is hard to do because, you could pick 5 or 10 tonight, really.
Yeah.
But I think Nick Lopez –
yeah,
he just keeps getting better and better every week, and I think it's time. It's a good time for him.
You've got a lot of games. You're going to have chances to recognize a lot of these guys, and there's a lot of nights. If it's 21-14, we're probably saying Gavin Sam's interception turned the game.
Yes,
right. And then there was the quarterback hit as he threw to end the half. Dakota Barnett caught a ball and ran
on accident.
But you say, oh well, how fun for him. But if that turns into a pick six the other way, things are very different going into half. And so he was alert to grab that ball and get up the field. And so, just a lot of guys you could brag on. But we're proud of the boys and happy for Nick Lopez.
Busy Bee MVP tonight, Nick Lopez. So that'll do it from Jacksonville. 52-36, your final here. Cavemen come out on top. You can see them, if you're watching, you can see them all meeting at midfield and having a prayer, and that's good to see and encouraging to see both teams come together here and doing that. So it's 9:26. It's about an hour earlier than what we got done last week, so I'll take it for sure. But that does it for us. We'll be at home next week. We'll be there for junior high and senior high. It's fall royalty night next Friday night at Cave City. 5 o'clock junior high, 7 o'clock senior high. I'm sure they'll do the fall royalty in between those two games. We'll have it right here for you on Cave City Athletics and also Caveman Radio 89.9 with me, and who knows who's going to be with me at that point. But we'll let you know at some point. Philip, thank you so much for being here.
I enjoyed it, man. Thank you.
You bet. You're listening to Cave City High School football. For all our folks in the studio at Cave City, Philip, Kenny, mine, Justin, we'll see you next week. It's Caveman Radio 89.9. Go Caveman.
Cave City is known for the world's sweetest watermelons every summer. Now we're known year-round for cookies, cakes,